typing in all of them because I'm like, I'm never gonna lose my shit. I'm writing it all down.
Then you guys arrived at Drachma Left.
You don't even want to. The session before that, I wrote so much shit. You have no idea. Every person we found during that goddamn fire wrote down everything.
It's good.
Oh man.
Nice.
Ever want to recap
Good.
session 3? I got that shit down on lock.
Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn this down.
I heard a being, and I see an Unlese with his top hat.
And speaking of
bowler hat.
Onlese, he is here, so we can start.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
he's
walk
right.
back in here.
I
I told you you could
recapped this.
start. You could start without me. I messaged you.
I know you did, but I was like, I'm almost guaranteed that he's gonna ask questions, and I don't want to repeat myself, so we'll just wait.
Oh wait, well if we're about to start, I finished the beer that I got before we were about to
Get your
start
other
last time.
beer.
Yeah, go get your other beer.
I'll bring 2 beers this time.
Guess it's gonna get hammered.
Okay.
like eating.
That doesn't hurt. That's a smart way to play it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we definitely had some Irish whiskey last night, and I was like, we tried to watch Crit Roll, and I was just laying there like, I don't have no idea what's happening right now.
And I had my like face buried in his neck, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I don't know either. He's like,
I was
okay.
good
They
to go
just
to bed.
see off.
It's like I think we're done.
Yeah,
Sleepy time.
yeah, had a lot of the.
I mean,
whiskey
that
there.
sounds really good, and we totally. Well, actually, we don't have the mix, but we do have burners.
We don't have enough whiskey left.
What?
You have enough for you.
Should've.
Exactly.
You're a lightweight though.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm a
I
cheap
also
date.
have a like 5th of Jaeger in the freezer.
Yeah, you do have a 5th of Jaeger. I'm pretty sure there's something else too. I think.
I don't. Maybe.
I know there's peppermint schnapps, but I swear there's something else. Eh.
Okay.
If you'd like me to do the recap again, I can.
Did you get enough of that, Garrett, to remember what happened last time?
I have it all written down, so yeah. I
Okay.
remember.
No, but I'm just used to like anytime we'd start Dungeon and Mad Mage, you were like, I need a recap. I don't remember what happened last time.
No, I do. I'm fairly certain I remember the harpy attack and then us porting or
Yep.
landing in.
That is all correct. So I think that was good enough for a recap then. So,
You're welcome.
yeah, thanks. I mean, it was great. I always made Jess do the recap from the journal.
The germ's so
Indeed.
good. So
It was really good.
Yeah, I still have
Nice.
all that, so that's. I figured that would have been a fun thing. Like once the whole thing was over, to be like, here's my journal file for everybody to read through. Just really weird way of like how it went down.
Actually record like the whole thing as Rose.
I would just be like, make a TikTok where
Like an
all you did
ebook?
was just like every video was one session of this
Oh, that'd be
journal.
cool. Yeah.
I'd always thought about doing that because I bet you like recapping my in-person D&D sessions because they're super fucked up, but people would probably like to hear what happened.
Dude, people love like, absorbing things in small
Yeah.
amounts. That's what TikTok is perfect for. So if you actually have like series and stuff, they're like, oh, I need to follow so I can like watch the next part. And then they're just like, if you post anything else, I've seen this at least from the few TikTok people I follow. I try to watch a different video of theirs, and all I see in the responses are, when's the next part of this series? And they're like, God damn.
Oh yeah. So
TikTok. Okay, let's go.
So you find yourself now finally in Horizon, in the airship docks, having docked the little Jack there with Drachma, and he has gone off to do his business in Horizon, leaving you guys to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Is this the first time I've seen like this big of a city?
Yep, this is the first time. So you've flown around with the crew before,
Okay.
but for the most part, like you didn't really go inside the big city. So you've seen them from a distance, but being inside of them is a completely different story. And this is also going to be like, it's probably not Smitty's first time here, since he's come here before, but it's very familiar to Onlese and Tempest.
What is,
All right, where are we going?
Random question. What is the season right now? What time of year is it?
I know. I'm pretty sure I answered this.
I know. I think you did, but I don't
It's
remember.
it's in your secret.
Business time.
Oh, so I know what month it is, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I don't know what season is based on that month.
It's post-drought.
What did I say it
What?
was?
It
185 PD.
is... Hold on.
Well, no,
Terramin's
in your secret document letter.
Terramin's.
Terramin's 9th.
It's Terramin's... Well, no, Terramin's 9th is the day that we found the cipher.
So it's July.
So it's like Terramin's...
It's July. Termin's is basically July. So you're in the summertime right now.
So summertime. Got it.
Summertime.
Nice.
Summertime.
So, what would you guys like to do? You see yourself now in a big, like, open, like, airship dock. There's docks all over the place with the airships. A lot of the docks are not filled, but there's still probably, like, close to 40 to 50% of them that have airships docked at them. The Little Jack is probably the smallest one that's here, the oldest looking one too. A lot of them are big and nice looking ones. Some like trade ships, since you're very familiar with what those look like, since you raid them a lot. Some look like they were military vessels, although as Onlese would know, most of those are docked at a separate airship docking place. But you know, you see people, you know, walking around pushing boxes, you know, anything like that.
Okay.
I'm gazing at the ship, seeing if I notice anything cool looking.
And Zatalba's just in wonder, you know, staring at everything.
Yeah, it's a big place for you.
Wide-eyed.
Somebody who's mostly just lived on his flying island and then moved on to a different flying island later. He doesn't. Haven't spent a ton of time like down on the actual like land before.
He's got some kind of swear. He's like Bakhmut's balls. This place is grand.
Yes, it is most grand. Should we?
Getting weird. Like, sorry, I was just going to narrate the fact that she's kind Tempest is kind of looking around. She gets like uneasy feelings, and she actually reaches into her collar to where like she would have like a fabric hood like attached to her outfit, and she like pulls it up and over her face and everything, and she looks back at them and she's like, where do we want to go first?
Did she pull up a hood over her head?
Yeah.
Unless he just looks at you, kind of squints his eyes a bit. Should we not, perhaps for the sake of time, yes, split up?
Sure. Some of us can go to the dock number, and some of us can go to the bar.
Before we go to the bar, yes, I have someone I wish to see that may help us and know something about the bar before we go in there. Because if we go in the bar, let's just say I learned my lesson from the Sending Stone.
What do you think you can learn?
About the bar and perhaps this Aspen before we go there, asking for drinks that we do not know what that means.
It is a bar, you ask for drinks?
Yes,
No,
but there's a code phrase to apparently talk to someone.
That code phrase could be a good thing or a bad thing, yes. Like me
Correct.
picking up the Sending Stone and talking through it. Bad thing.
I thought we would just ask for drinks before we ask for drinks, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I'm thinking we meet up at the bar after.
Sure. Maybe.
Does that make sense? Yes, to go to the dock and to go to a person I know here to ask him some questions, and then we meet up at the Dry Crow. Yes. Does that work, or do we have other suggestions?
I mean, we could also hit up there is plenty of good shops here for supplies. Anything we might want, depending on our next steps. Because while we were going to go to the docks to get information on repairs, we don't know exactly how we're going to get back to the island.
Yes.
So,
My contact may help us with getting to the island or getting to the Empire.
okay. Well, how do we want to split up?
It makes sense for Smitty to go to the docks, yes?
Yeah.
He's the one who will know how to repair, and if they can repair the crystal, and maybe he wants to learn how to do it.
Makes sense to me.
And
Whoever
I
wants to come with me can. Wherever you choose.
shall go protect you, I suppose.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, lass, you're coming with me.
At least
Sounds
you need
good.
some protection.
Okay. So Smitty and Tempest are going to the dock.
Yes, yes.
And I wanted
correct.
to know what it is you think you can learn about the bar.
And I am going to make my way to a pawn shop called the Cheating Unicorn.
Okay. The Cheating Unicorn is located in Esmeralda's Folly, so in the market. So you guys can head out there. The other two will be heading to dock 137,
Correct.
which is pretty far away from where you guys are right now. You guys are like, this would be like dock like 21, the lower. So you have a little bit of a walk just to get to where you're looking for. But
I'm going to keep my ears open too while we're walking for anything interesting.
sure. Yeah, if you guys are walking there, you can give me a perception check while you're walking through. You're walking. There's a lot of loud noises from like big boxes being pushed on carts and things like that. There's some like
Oh yeah, for sure.
That you hear. There's a lot of chatter going around, people moving things. You hear like a kind of a crash over like further away, and you just look over and somebody like dropped the box, and people like arguing at each other and name calling and everything like that. There's nothing really like interesting that you can pick out from conversations going on there. Seems like most people are just like kind of just doing their job and
Right.
talking.
I just wasn't sure based on because this is ships, so we
Correct.
could be passing by any types of crews about anything. So
Correct. Yep. A lot of your ship is the one that has obviously most recently like docked here. So you don't see it looks like as you're looking around that most of the people right here are like dock workers. It doesn't look like there's any people that are coming off of the ships that are docked here currently.
yeah, like every once in a while, I like let my kind of like winds go out and come back to like kind of feel everything around and everything. But I'm keeping like in step with Smitty and using him to guide me.
FYI, there's a metal suit of armor walking behind me. Just letting you know.
Yep, he's just walking around.
Just walking behind me. Yeah, he's just walking behind me.
So it's not like
I'm very inconspicuous.
It's not like the most uncommon thing to see. Like the Empire still does business.
Yeah, this isn't
here,
like some small ragtag town.
It's not like as common as it would be in the Empire. Like if you docked at a similar place in the Empire, there would be probably far more Magitech suits or creatures of some kind that would be moving things, or they would be inside of them using them like tools for moving stuff. And here it's not quite as the same. They might have like minor ones, or there's a few here and there, but it's not quite as common. But everybody knows what they are. And they see them all the time when the Empire still comes out and does business. Even though there's some sketchy parts of the Empire, most people don't associate that as like the main people of the Empire. It's just like shady people come from the Empire and they do some weird stuff. But the official like government basically of the Empire kind of distances themselves from stuff like that. Makes it seem like it's not really them and all that stuff. So
right.
They're not like super hostile just because somebody's from the Empire. So that you don't really like get a lot of attention as you walk around. People are kind of used to seeing things like that.
Right.
You approach dock 137. As you get there, you're counting the docks. You see like 137's like close to like the end of the line there. There's
I was gonna say, like, even if we're not counting, like once we got like quite far, just stop and randomly ask somebody, 137.
Yeah,
They
like,
just-
they kind of give you a weird look because like that's near the end, so it doesn't normally. It only gets used when it gets filled up.
Right.
So they give you a point down there, like down that way. Take a left and blah blah. It's like not in the normal row, so it's in like a kind of offshoot. You
Gotcha.
end up going to find it. It's kind of like in its own like little hangar bay, so it's not visibly open to the where you can see just by looking around. You have to like go inside.
Okay, as before we get down there and go in there, as we're walking, I'm like, I just want to talk to Tempest just to.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is our plan?
What do you mean? To
Am I just going in and asking them, "Hey, fix this crystal"? Is this what I'm saying?
Do I know that the captain went by himself, but I think we already asked this. No one knows exactly who it is that we go to see at the docks.
Nope, you just know the dock he goes to.
Yeah, remember, he never took me, ever.
I mean, he
So-
never took me either, and I've been around a while. I feel like the only one that might have known was my sister. But
I literally
so-
fixed the bloody ship, and he never took
I-
me. So
I understand, but
Like, I'll go in and
sometimes
ask
his
him, "Hey."
connections he keeps close to the cuff, especially if it's military connections.
obviously, we know a little bit more than that now. After reading his diary. Let's-
Oh,
So I'm
do
just-
I have? I wouldn't have that. Lacey probably has that.
What?
The diary.
As what?
The captain's diary.
The captain's log.
Yeah, I
Diary.
think
Log, whatever.
I don't think he gave it to anybody.
Okay.
Well, we reviewed it together. I don't know that.
Right.
I don't actually know who ended up with it. To be honest with you, I can write it down in my thing.
I assume, unless you had wanted me to take it, I would assume that you took it.
Okay.
Because you're more of the investigator type, and I can't read it. So
That's a fair point.
Damn captain. not
I'm
making real
hoping
notes.
for some gloves one day. Utility, mostly.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
But
before you
yeah,
got
no,
there?
just like we can just.
When as soon as I walk in, I'm gonna ask whoever is there to try to fix this crystal. I'm just gonna pull it out. That's it.
I'll back you up.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You walk into the hangar. You see like a pretty, it's not looking very, like there's a lot of stuff in there, right? So there's a dock there for airships to be worked on. There's like some tools on the side, and like by the tool bench, you just see like a dwarf is sitting there, like looking through like a magazine, like doesn't even notice you guys walk in.
Hello.
He looks up. He's like, "Huh? Oh." He's like, goes to look at his wrist. He's actually like got like a watch on it. He's like looking at it away. He's like, "I wasn't expecting anybody today." What? He's like looking around, like he's looking for something. What? How can I help you?
Looking to get something fixed. I'm hoping you're the dwarf to help me out.
Well, let's see what you got. But
And I just I kind of snap my fingers, and then you see the.
I was gonna
crystal
say.
going on. What?
I was gonna say that I would have climbed up on your machine to go
he
get
would
it.
just taken it out. Like he would have lifted
Okay.
up his arm, taken it out, and put it. It just dropped down to my hold it up, and my hands like holding up and behind me, kind of thing. Just like I'm actually reaching up with my hand, and he just puts it in my hand, and I'm like, I need this thing fixed.
he like
And-
he eyes you up and down a little bit. He's like, "Ooh."
Our
You-
captain is indisposed at the moment, and she kind of like cocks her head a little bit at the dwarf.
He gives you like squinty eyes. And
Is there a
who?
problem?
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to today?
Ah,
She smiles a little bit.
I am. I don't. Well, I think it's I want to see my full name, which is going to be funny, but my name is John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. You can call me Smithy for short. And I like handing over the crystal to him.
Okay, Jess is cracking up over here. Yeah, that's what
I've
JX3
been
stands
waiting.
for.
I'm like, when is this going to come up when someone asks me my name and I have to actually say it? Just
Tempest
waiting.
actually like slowly turns her head to the side to look at you. Well, look at you and like looks back and she's like,
What? It's like, it's not my fault you don't want to ask about their name. And I'm like, so I'm like holding up the crystal to the holding this. I'm looking to get this crystal repaired.
He's like, he sees like,
she kind of bows and she goes, Inara exoterran.
he's like, his eyes darting between the two of you. You know this is a airship, Doc, yes?
Correct.
Correct.
Mostly we repair the physical aspects of the airships and the engines. Like, we have a different department for crystals.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Because unfortunately, this crystal is broken and not working very well, and I cannot bring the ship here. So this is what I'm looking for.
I can see that.
I'm glad you're very astute. Where is the crystal repair department?
If
Where-
I reach out with my winds, is he wearing? Do I feel any like patches, things that would depict military connection?
Nope, he's wearing like kind of like a one piece jumpsuit that you would wear in maybe like a shop.
Mm-hmm.
That he's wearing. It's pretty greasy.
Gotcha.
He's got like greasy beard too, and some like goggles he's got pulled up over his like on his forehead, and he's
Right.
covered in soot. Like for somebody who said he wasn't expecting anybody and wasn't busy, he still looks pretty dirty.
Right.
It's like, well, we're
Already open for
you
business,
didn't
or-
didn't tell me who's this captain.
At that point, he would then feel her voice in his mind as she
Mhm.
speaks telepathically to him. Our captain is Captain Flint Lockhart.
Oh boy.
Our captain is
Smitty.
what? What? He asked who the
knows.
He asked who the
He
captain.
knows.
How the hell did I didn't? You didn't say anything, I didn't
She
say-
says in Smitty's head, he knows.
Bloody hell! Just get out of my bloody head. Jesus, gotta warn someone before you do that. God, I almost dropped the crystal. Make it even more broken. Gee.
I'm
He's-
sure the crystal wouldn't take a hit from 2 feet.
As he said that, I'm like juggling the crystal, like wow.
He starts like scratching his beard and looking around like nervously. So, is it just him that's indisposed?
She kind of like bows her head. She goes, no. It's the
Listen.
whole main crew.
We got the big problem. We need this crystal fixed as fast as you can fix it.
So, your crystal speaker is gone too then.
Senya is gone. Yes.
Now, see, he's like scratching his beard more like, see, the problem here is that crystal, as far as I could tell from all the times I've been around it, that's not your typical like crystal for an airship. That one, there's something special about it. Only Senya could work with it. To a lesser degree, Flint could too, but that one I think is it has a living essence inside of it. Have you heard of a magicite?
Have I heard of Magicite?
I'm sure I must have. This is a material. I'm assuming.
Well,
Well,
we're
that's
gonna name
it's the
That's crystals.
magical part of.
Give me
I mean,
both
who
like
has?
history
Well, wouldn't
checks.
Smitty say, "Of course, I've heard of
Wisdom
Magic
checks?
either way"?
History.
Yeah.
History? You saying history?
History, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. It's a good history. Come on, let's go pick that. Of course,
That'd be
I've heard of
better.
Magicite.
It'd be better if you
Who,
had.
who hasn't heard of Magicite?
Yeah, actually, like Tempest is like, yeah, I've heard of it, and like tilts her head to the side, like I've heard of it, but I'm like trying to recall the details, and immediately Smitty's like, of course I fucking heard of Magicite, and he starts like going off about it. They'll roll like a 26 on your history check.
I start spewing out all kinds of details about Magicite. Like, of course.
Yeah, so Magicite
Tempest slowly
is
puts her hand on Smitty's shoulder. Calm down.
yeah. So Magicite is a type of like, it's kind of like materia, but it's a materia that instead of housing like magical powers, it holds like the spirit of like a dead Esper. So an Esper from like when they used to come over here through the gate, or like during the war, when they die, their body and soul materializes into this like crystal-like item that people. It's not very common to have it, and you can commune with it and still talk to the spirit of the Esper that's inside of it. And a lot of the more powerful ones, you kind of need to have like a connection to it, or like the Esper inside needs to choose to allow you to use its power, or it won't. Like it will be a lot less useful to some people than to others, because they just won't have the ability to tap into its power if the spirit inside doesn't choose to let you.
Gotcha.
So as soon as he asks you that if it's Magicite, like it clicks in your mind. You're like, of course I know what they spouting out about it. And then he's like, you can see him. He's like pointing at the crystal in your hand.
Yeah, as I'm spewing out information, I'm like, and I'm slowing down a bit, and I'm like, that's why this. That actually answers a lot of questions.
And he's just
I
like
didn't
nodding his head.
realize. I tried to fix it myself.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a problem. We can't-
So
I start rubbing my
maybe
beard, like.
would someone maybe in Crescent Fang Grove help us?
The druids.
Well, I'm trying to rack my brain if my monastery would have someone like that. I don't think so, but the next best thing I would think of is people more attuned with nature.
So the problem here is there are plenty of people that are here that can repair crystals and Magicite too, but so depending on the Magicite, the Esper inside can be far less, willing to work with other people. So if the crystal, or if the Esper inside doesn't want to be helped by a crystal speaker, it's not going to. So that one specifically, it's always, anytime there was an issue with it, Senya was always present to assist with it, or Flint to a lesser degree. He was able to communicate, even though he wasn't able to actually physically do any of the fixing with it. So he could potentially persuade the Esper inside to allow somebody else to work with it and do any repairs or recharging that might be needed.
So basically, they need the Esper's permission to physically repair the crystal, as well as because it's naturally been storing some energy to a point, but obviously it needs to be repaired in a more physical sense as well.
Give me a second. We'll do it in a second. She wants popcorn. All right. And yes, we've tried to work with that before, and it's never worked without either of them here. And looking at it, he's like, let me get he starts walking up to you. He's like, looking at it, oof, this looks really bad, and there's no lighting to it. So is it even still functional in there? It looks like it's completely drained, or
It is still functional.
Use crap. What is she's just a cleric, Jessica.
Yeah.
Our cleric had to use the last of its power when we were pulling it from our burning ship to put out the rest of the flames.
Yeah. So even if we could somehow talk it into helping, like if it's not able to communicate, it can't say yes. It can't allow things to happen. So until this is at least brought back in some way or another, it's gonna be very challenging to work on. So if you can't find somebody that was bonded to it, which as far as I know was just the captain and the Senya and the crew, it might not. If it's not going to come back on its own, it might be dormant forever if they're lost.
It's kind of sad.
Is there anyone that, as much as we don't know you, but if the captain came here to you to try to get this thing fixed every time, so we are in a position where we must trust anything you say.
I mean,
there anybody?
yeah, we've done all the work with him. At least me and a few of the other ones here, we were the ones that would always take care of his ship when he was still part of the Air Force here, the High Winds. So, he just knew we did good work and we got along, and we don't talk much, don't spread rumors or anything. So we just
Right. Well, do you know anyone that may have an ability to talk to the crystal?
Well,
I mean, I
the
don't know if they can help teach us how to talk to it. Maybe
there
potentially do anything.
There are plenty of people here that can talk to them, but if they're not willing, if they're not able to talk back, which currently that's probably not able to talk back, you're just going to be talking to nothing.
Do you have someone that is trustworthy enough that we could attempt this?
Well, that's the thing. I can't really recommend somebody. I would only recommend, because of the nature of Flint's business, I would only ever send you to somebody who did the work for him. But any of the work that was done with this was almost exclusively done by Senya and him. Outside of like very light recharges, but anytime he did that, he had talked to the crystal, to his Magicite beforehand. So anybody that did any work on it, there was no real interaction. It was just like a standard recharge.
There's the first step we can do. Standard recharge. Where do we go to get a standard recharge around here that wouldn't ask many questions?
You need the Esper's permission, or else it's just going to refute it.
Correct. You could try going to. You could try going to.
Is it glowing at all? Is it glowing at all right now?
It's not glowing at all.
So
you could try to see if you could maybe get it repaired, and maybe then it will recharge its own energy at a very low pace if possible. It's still a very tricky process with Magicite that doesn't want to be repaired, but some of the most advanced people can still at least get to that point on its own, because that is a unique one, as it is a piece of Magicite that is encased in a powerful crystal. So perhaps they can repair the crystal itself, and if the Magicite is unharmed, perhaps, and if the biggest place of business for something like that would be the Wind Crystal's Blessing in Esmeralda's Folly. They do a lot of the crystal refinement and enchanting businesses there, and they have, as far as I know, outside of the personal people that the military uses, that would be probably the most popular of the commercial repair places.
Right, but we may need a place that doesn't ask too many questions. Is there anybody else? Unless you trust.
Let's just say that that place is a place of business, and given enough money, I don't think they will ask the questions.
All right.
Because I can't really recommend anything else. I don't have the authority to pass you on to some of the private places of the High Winds or anything. But they are the most trusted, and I doubt if they did bad business that they would not be one of the most popular ones here.
Yeah, you're correct.
Can I?
Sorry, dwarf. don't want to keep calling you. What is your name?
My name is Crom.
Crumb, like crumb, like the
No.
crumb, like
Crom.
Crom, Krom, Crom.
Yep.
Well, Crom, thank you. I don't know, Tempest. Do you have any other questions for the Crom? Feels like maybe we can't do anything else.
She shakes her head, but I was going to ask to do a general insight check on him.
Sure.
Just like as he's talking, like listening to him, you know,
Go ahead.
watching / feeling his mannerisms and.
He seems like he's still pretty nervous around you guys, which I'm assume like you would expect from somebody who does kind of like secretive work and doesn't really talk about a lot of things. So while he's talking about some of the things that he's doing, with the captain, he's not like openly being like, oh yeah, pirates and anything like that. He's trying to keep it on the down low.
Well, that's why she was trying to not say his name out loud, etc.
Right. But like, he has some level of like trust as you like showed up with this crystal that he's very familiar with. He's seen multiple times. So you notice when he took the crystal out and he saw it, he had like this like glint of recognition in his eyes as he saw the crystal, like very familiar with that. But he's still like a little wary of you guys. So, you think like maybe if he had been more trustworthy, perhaps you would have been able to maybe get access to one of the people from the High Winds. But he's trying to play it safe right now. So he's sending you off to somewhere where he won't get in trouble if you aren't who you say you are. That's what you get from that with a 21.
Oh, man.
Crom.
Yes.
Would you happen to know a way that we can purchase or borrow a small skiff or ship to get back?
There's unless you find somebody that really likes you, nobody's gonna let you borrow one.
Right.
Purchase, like, they're not super cheap around here because you're gonna have to get one, like, and then you need the crystal to go with it. The crystals are not super cheap.
I was going to say we need enough for 4 people, and she juts her thumb at the frickin' Magitech armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are probably not going to be very cheap.
And we have a crystal to power it, as we managed to grab it when our ship got blasted out of the sky. So.
Well, I'm not really going to ask any questions about that, but they're not going to be super cheap. But if you are who you say you are, and he's like looking at you guys like, there's probably some. This city is full of people who need help with things, and perhaps you could do some jobs.
Yeah, she had purposely said her real name to see if he had known recognition of her last name, as she is sisters with, his
Anya,
second hand.
Anyaz has come here before.
Yes.
But you don't know if Anyaz has ever said her full name.
Right.
So, it's like, yeah. So, I would recommend asking around. How did you get here then, if you came from where you said?
Well, the monstrosity that blew us out of the sky was being tailed by a ship who happened to catch us. So.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of monstrosity?
Bismarck?
Wait.
Mother.
Are you telling me that you read Drachma? He brought you here.
Right.
That's an old coot. Why don't you just have him take you somewhere? He's just gonna be out, drinking away his sorrows and trying to upgrade his ship so he can go after that fucking whale again.
I mean, Smitty, didn't you already do work on his ship?
Oh yeah, I've upgraded some of the weaponry on there just to make sure. Next time he has, maybe he might put a little hole in the thing. But that thing's not monstrous. That ship needs way more. He needs way more than what he's got on there.
He is a very stubborn old man, but anything that you can do that could potentially give him the benefit of fighting Bismarck, he he might be willing to help you. So if I don't know,
I mean,
I don't know
he
exactly
saved
what
his
you,
ass against harpies on the way back here, so.
well, that's good and all, but he's again, I think it's probably not going to be enough unless you can convince him that whatever it is that you need to do is going to benefit him in some way towards getting that damn well. That's your best bet, I would say. Otherwise, you can, again, there's plenty of people here you can talk to and maybe win some favors over or get yourself your own whatever. If you can't convince him that you're, whatever it is that you're doing could benefit him, there's some options, I guess. But he, he's a little crazy after the incident.
I mean,
But he's a
seeing the
good
size
man.
of his ship against that flying fucking thing was.
He's got the death wish. All he's got left in his life is revenge. So, but
I
perhaps.
do have one more question, though.
Okay, hurry up though. I gotta get back to work. And he's like reaching for his magazine.
I'm like,
And she
Yes,
like
well.
kind of scoffs, like, work, right? I don't suppose you've heard any interesting news come out of Esper.
Like,
Horizon's a city of talking.
yes, well, I mean, yes, they have, they are always doing very strange and questionable things, and there's always rumors floating about, but I can't say I've heard of anything in the last week or so that was worth talking about. Just, they're very strange, and people don't that's it.
All.
Okay, well, good luck. Good luck with whatever it is, drachma or your crystal or anything like that, and hopefully you can, whatever has got wrong with the captain, hopefully you can fix that, because he was a great customer.
we have to go get him. That's the problem.
And everyone
Yeah.
else.
And everybody else, yeah. Okay, so the mech just takes the crystal out of my hand and puts it away.
Okay. Okay.
Do I notice anything else in the thing there in this hangar bay?
It's
Do I notice
it's a
anything else?
pretty like it's a big hangar, but there's not a lot in here. Like, he's got his tool bench and whatnot going on there, and he's got like this kind of giant cabinet in the back, like giant metal cabinet that's closed. It's looking a little rusty and like locked up, but there's not a ton of things in here. You see some like carts that are empty and whatnot, and the place is kind of like dusty and greasy and stuff like that, but nothing really like super of note here.
All right, before we go, is there anything that potentially you would need help with that we could help you with? If it gives us access to maybe something better to try to get this stuff fixed or whatever, because we may need your help at some point.
Well,
Something I would like. And she's about to like walk away. She goes, if you do hear anything about Esper, particularly executions, if we're still in town, let us know.
I mean, it's a big town. I don't know really.
I mean,
I'm not gonna go
maybe we'll
looking for
swing
you.
by before we leave.
Yes, sure. If you want to swing by and ask, I will let you know. But you could just, you could ask around at the bars. Like, everybody hears the weird stuff going on. But sure, if you want to come back, if I hear anything, I'll keep in mind and let you know. And he turns and looks at me. He's like, I don't really have anything. My days outside of like fixing things are pretty boring. I try not to get into any of that drama because,
I just like fixing stuff.
I
But
got you. I
that's
got you.
Don't have much of an option right now, fortunately. Anyway, thank you very much, Crom. Hopefully we see you soon.
Okay.
And I just turn and just pivot and walk back out the hangar with my robot in tow.
Sweet. Okay. You guys start leaving the docks, and as you do, Onlese and Zatalpa, you make your way through the hangar. You pass through. Where we got here? You pass through. Which is it? You pass through Miss Crest, the middle class area as you're heading towards Esmeralda's Folly. Is the quickest way to get there. It's like pretty nice looking stuff, but nothing like over the top. You see some occasional like shops and like some restaurants that people are hanging out at, but nothing really too interesting of note as you pass along. You walk into the shopping district, which you can tell right away. It's a giant open like circle. There's a huge fountain in the middle. There's a lot of people like congregated around it. There's like stalls around there. Tons of shops have signs out there. You see this like, you walking by, you pass by this giant like restaurant that kind of has like this Asian little theme to it. It's called like Little Tempestmeyer, which is Tempestmeyer is the city over by like the wall that's blocking off the dreaded emptiness, and that's kind of got like this Asian themed to it. So this kind of like got a flavor of that to it that you can smell as you're walking by. You see like
Zatalpa,
Yes, Unlacy.
would you like to stop for a cup of noodles? We
Noodles.
can bring it with us. Yes.
Is noodles what you came here for?
No, but we need to eat. We can eat and walk.
noodles are good street food.
Yeah, I'm delighted by the idea of noodles.
I am buying. Yes.
Very well. I could use extra fuel.
We will stop at the Asian cuisine stand and order a cup of. Well, with Zaltapa and I, 2 cups each of noodles, a bowl, like a bowl.
Sure. You sit down, you ask for like some noodles. They kind of look at you and like, you want like the special? It's like, yeah, whatever. They bring out like basically 4 cups of like miso ramen style that you have.
So, like, Zatalpa eats like a crazy fucking beast. Like,
I'm assuming we're gonna try to order to go if we can.
yeah, but like I don't understand.
Yeah, but he
that
just shoves the
concept.
whole
I just like
container in his mouth.
put it on a table on one of the tables. And
Oh,
just
nice,
like,
nice.
There's
I
just
like these
broth like
noodles.
dripping down your face.
Yeah.
You
All
you,
down my
you notice
chest,
like
too, right?
you
Like,
notice some people like
completely.
looking at him like, whoa. Normally people don't eat it like quite so aggressively.
I have this picture in my head of just like immediately
I,
shit just flying out of the bowl, like just
Whatever
Oh,
the
like
price is,
like
I
Super Saiyan DBZ Goku style.
I leave the server the cost of the noodles and a little extra for tip and for the mess.
Yeah, so for like basically 4 cups of noodles, it's just gonna be like 2 copper per. So if you just want to like leave a
I give him, like,
silver, that'll
15
cover everything.
Yeah,
basically.
I'll give a silver.
Yeah,
Silvers.
perfect.
Yeah.
It was a little messy, but it was really good. I mean, you probably not had anything like that because that's not really like Napoleon style of cooking.
I see
So-
why you like these noodles.
Yes, they are most good, and I figured you had never been here before. What do you think of the city so far?
Well, it's big, as is Bakhmut, but it at least has these noodles. But what do you think you can find? What shop are we heading to?
Oh, it is not too much further away.
A pawn
Hoping we
shop,
can
you
find-
said?
Yes, I have a associate there. Yes, who may be able to help us with a few things. It's easier if you just go with, and you will understand what I'm going to ask when I ask it.
All right.
Unless you don't want to, it's up to you.
No, lead the way.
Unless he eats his noodle. Well, I'm assuming, I don't know if they have a to-go thing, but I'll leave extra
Yep.
if I need to. But I'm taking the bowl with me, basically.
They do, yeah. You can they will ask. So it's like a they have like a sit down restaurant inside, but outside they also have like kind of like a little ramen cart set up for people that just
Yeah.
want to grab stuff to go. So yep, you grab
So
that.
I'm got my chopsticks, eating my noodles while we're walking.
Cool. You're walking around like you see as you're walking by, you see in like the big circle that you see the Hungry Elixir and the Dry Crow, and you note that for later.
Oh, that's right there. That's in the marketplace.
We
Yeah,
walk
in the
by
marketplace.
Dry Crow?
Is there a
Yeah.
symbol are they actually labeled on the outside, or is it just like a symbol over a sign or something, or a big sign?
The
or statue
the
or
Dry
whatever?
Crow, they both have like a symbol to represent them, but they have like the name plastered there as well. So like hanging out, they have like a little sign that's hanging out, so you can see the symbol, and then on the actual building itself, it has like the name on it.
Dry Crow. What else was there?
The Hungry Elixir. Those are the two like competing like pubs, pub like in establishments that are in the trade district.
What's the sign for the Dry Crow look like?
The Dry Crow, it's like a crow, and up behind it is kind of like, it looks like a really like beating sun. So it's like beating down on the sun or on the crow, and it's caused it to like dry out.
Okay. And then the Hungry Elixir.
The elixir looks like it's like a like a potion bottle that's sitting there, but it's like almost empty, and it's got like a mouth on it that's like open. So empty bottle that is hungry.
Kind of like a
Like if the bottle was a mimic.
I was
mimic.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
exactly what I was saying. Kind of
Yeah.
like a mimic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. That's cool. Well, I'll keep heading toward the pawn shop.
How close are we to this pawn shop?
The pawn shop is definitely down some alleyways. It's only barely in Esmeralda's Folly. You have to work your way down. It's kind of like back in some alleyways and then by like the wall, because like the city is like surrounded by like a giant wall. So you and this is like in the middle, but part of it goes out and extends down by the wall too. So you have to kind of work your way back towards it to like some of the more seedy parts of the trade district.
Can I do like just a general perception check? Looking around the architecture and everything.
Sure. So you give me a perception check. Sure.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Not
you're looking around. Like what are you looking to know about the place? Like,
Well, like what kind of like I'm trying to check the layout of the land. Like, is there a capital region that I can see, or is everything too tall, or like what?
Things are pretty tall. So in the main circle where a lot of the buildings were, there was some like lower leveled stuff there. But as you start going back further, it looks like the buildings extend up into like 2 or 3 stories potentially. Especially once you start going through some of the alleyways. There's alleyways or streets that just go back, and like the streets aren't super wide, but there's like shops like all along the insides that you can go to. Shops, some of them just look like doors that have no labels on them, that you're not really sure exactly what they go into. Whether maybe you think maybe it might be like the back door to a shop, front that's maybe on the other side of the buildings or something. You're not really sure. But it's the streets that walk through are almost like alleyways, but they're like paved and a little lit. So when you see the alleyways, they're like pretty thin and they only fit like one person to go down there. And you might think like bigger people would have a really hard time squeezing through some of the alleyways as you walk along. And they look pretty dark, no real light, so you can see maybe them being pretty sketchy.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As you pass along, you see like the names of some shops along the way. You pass by a place that was pretty warm, and it's labeled as Zantetsuken, which is a blacksmith. As you pass by, since it's open, and you can hear the anvil, like the hammer on the anvil as you pass by. And it's pretty warm, and you can all the smells and everything like that. You pass by a shop called the X Potion. It looks like they're maybe like an alchemy shop along the way. There's like a nice like clothes store that you walk by that has a variety of different like clothes and hats and all these different nice things there, called the Green Beret.
Why would people also wear clothes on their heads?
Unless he looks at you and shifts his bowler hat a little bit.
And then I realize you're wearing a hat.
It is, a disguise, yes. Perhaps you should get one.
A disguise? Why would I hide what Bakhmut has given me?
Unless he says, you are most correct, Zaltapa. Why would you hide that beautiful head of yours. So true. It is for style.
It is an odd style.
Well, you prefer a hatless style. That is understandable. To each their own, my friend.
I suppose.
I think you would look quite dashing with a top hat.
I just keep walking.
You walk in, you're thinking to yourself, you're like, I don't know, you don't really know what a top hat is.
Yeah. What is a top hat, anyways?
I feel like he would break it down literally, like a top
Top hat.
hat. A
It's
hat.
even more silly to only wear the top of a hat.
I was going to say, like, just a piece of fabric, the top of a hat.
So I like thinking more like, is what he's wearing a top hat because he's wearing it on top of his head. You start thinking like, wait, are there hats that you wear on your butt? Like,
This is all about having like an essential grace.
You start like imagining like a
Existential
fucking
grace.
hat that's like on your tail.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, reinforcing why clothes are terrible.
I'm gonna keep walking toward.
I feel like next time we get hats, he's gonna like put one on his tail and be like, yes.
Okay.
Style.
I'll make sure to discard my ramen bowl, my to-go bowl, when I'm done with it, in a waste receptacle, if there are any.
There are not a ton, but you see
He
some.
tosses it on the ground.
You see like in some of the alleys there are like a one or two, and they're pretty like. As you get further back, the trash cans are like full and overflowing. It looks like they haven't been changed recently, but you make your way towards the back, pass by all these shops of note that we can talk about later, and you find your way to this small little store. It's like one of the doors that you saw along the way that just has no sign on it. It's just a door, but you already know what it is because you've been here before. So you go and open it, and inside is this really like dim lit shop that looks like it's just full of junk everywhere, all sorts of random stuff on all the shelves everywhere. And inside,
This is where you want to go
Yes, this is the place.
to find information on the bar.
Information on multiple things, my friend. Multiple. Indeed.
and you walk inside and you see somebody like sitting behind the counter, and he's got like a little like lens in his eye, and he's like looking at some like jewels that he has spread out on the table. And he's like looks up, and he like takes out his eye thing. Oh Lacey! I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yes. And Onlese will he takes two of his fingers and rubs along the brim of his bowler hat and flicks it up.
Ah, yes.
It is good to see you, Zidane. Yes.
You see him. He takes his hand and like runs it through his hair to move it back, and then he like just kind of like nods his head at you. Like and like
it is
recognition.
been too long, my friend.
Ah, yes, it has. It's been it's been a while since I've talked to any of you lot. How can I help you?
Well, first, how have you been? Yes.
Well,
In good
business
health,
is
my friend?
yes.
I don't know if you want to describe him like.
So yeah, so you have this he kind of looks like he's maybe like 5'5", 5'6", looking at him standing from behind the counter. So he's a little on the short side, but he's got like long blonde hair. He's like got like quite a bit of like arm hair though, and he's got like some weird facial hair that looks like it's like more there than it should be. And you see he's got like this like monkey tail growing out from his back.
Fucking Final Fantasy 9.
And he's sort of wearing like a kind of like a blue and white shirt going on there, but like not really any sleeves.
Is he older?
He's he's like in his like mid 30s, but he doesn't really like. He still looks like he's maybe in his like lower 20s.
Okay.
So, I'm as healthy as I can be. I haven't really done any of the dangerous jobs lately, and business is pretty good. There's lots of interesting things coming in and going out as per usual.
Yes, well, in your line of business, there is many interesting things. People always offloading things and, family heirlooms and keepsakes and all sorts of treasures. Yes.
It's hard to keep track of all the weird stuff we get sometimes.
Where
But-
are my manners, Zidane? This is my comrade, Zaltalpa. Zaltalpa, this is an old friend, Zidane Tribal. Yes.
I stand up and do a formal bow and say, Bakhmut's blessings upon you.
Interesting. You hanging out with the religious types now? Followers of Bahamut?
He actually, unless he pauses and looks up for a second, like he's thinking, and then he goes, "Actually, yes, we have many religious people amongst our crew. Most interesting. I never stopped to think about that. Yes.
Well, not really much for that stuff, but you don't really want to talk about it much around here." And he looks at the Talpa and he's like, "Yeah, just unless you're following the divine light, they don't really like it when you talk about the other beings around here, unless very openly." So
So true in this land. Yes.
Bakhmut is not an other being. He is the being.
Zaltalpa, I know you are not familiar with this city, but he is correct. Actually, the followers of the light can sometimes be, depending on where you are in the city and other places, zealots.
yes, if you talk about it, that's fine, but don't be too aggressive about it. They don't really like that. So
Unless he winces, he's usually not aggressive unless someone challenges Bakhmut, which would not be. I would not want to be them if they did.
yeah, I don't really think you're gonna have any individuals that would be challenging somebody like him. But in a group, be careful in a group because it could be different.
Most wise, my friend. Most wise.
I give an acknowledging nod.
Unless you're looking for trouble, of course. In which case, that would be your best bet to find it.
Then I give an additional acknowledging nod.
Anyways, what can I help you? What can I help you, gentlemen, with?
A few things, if you don't mind. But first, it's been many months, and do you have any mail for me?
It has been. Well, I don't really have anything for you specifically, but there's maybe something you could deliver.
That is most definitely a possibility, though our dealings are somewhat urgent. But I will do my best. Anything.
Well. Okay. Yeah, let me go get it. It's obviously it's been here for a little bit, so I'm keeping it safe.
It's okay. I actually have a few letters I'd like to write and send out. If you still have your inkwells, I will of course compensate you.
Yes, of course. Here, he was he takes all the jewels that he was looking at and puts them away. Pulls out some scrolls and some ink. He's like, "Here, go ahead and whatever you need to write up, go ahead. I gotta go in the back and find the correct letters."
All right, unless he will start. Well, I'll write my letters before I leave. I don't want to take up Zaltalpa's time.
Of course.
Yeah, when he leaves the room, I'm like, you came here to write letters.
This is Zaltalpa. Please be patient. There is an art to dealing with old friends. Sometimes you have to make sure you appreciate all the niceties. And yes, I'm going to write some letters, but that is not the main reason we're here.
I will be patient for now.
You chose to come with me. You're welcome to go. If you wish. I do not want to keep you, but I will be asking a few things when he comes back.
No, I will stay.
I appreciate it. Your company is most beneficial to my health. As he looks up at you.
While he's in the back getting the stuff, Zaltalpa, why don't you make me a perception check?
Oh shit.
Perception. Oh,
No.
not very good.
Nope, you look around. There's a lot of like really interesting looking things on the shelves here, but it's hard to make out a lot of them because it looks like there's no real organization. So it's just like a bunch of random stuff piled on top of each other in all the shelves. And some of it's like kind of dusty depending on what shelf you're looking at. So to you, it just looks like a ton of junk in here. After a couple minutes passes by, you see Zidane walk out. All right, I got your letter. I thought I had more than one, but I forgot the other ones were sent out a little bit ago. But I do have this one for you here, and he's holding it up, and he flips it around to the back and hands it to you, so the back is facing up, so like the name written on it can't be read by anybody.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. And Unless he will take the letter and put it into his duster in the inside pocket. Of course, I'm going to compensate you for all of your time here, my friend, like usual. But
Of course. You've never
I was wondering-
stiffed me before.
have you heard any rumblings from the Empire at all lately?
Well, there's always some rumblings coming from them. You
Perhaps,
might be more specific if you're looking for something.
Regarding any recent prisoners or announcements of executions of someone or someones of notoriety?
Oh, that's
or-
quite specific enough. There hasn't been. I mean, we both know the Empire. I'm sure they've taken plenty of prisoners, but nothing has been made public. So you're looking for, in case they've taken some prisoners that they plan on executing, you are looking for that in case it happens?
Yes, I'm also perhaps looking to find a certain number of people there, which may require. I may have to write one of my letters to someone to discover that, unless you perhaps might know.
That makes sense. There hasn't been anything about any executions recently. The last one that happened weeks ago, so and it's not. To be fair, it hasn't been very common recently. So I don't know what kind of activities they've been up to, but whatever they're up to right now or spending a lot of time with, it hasn't really been very public. So, but I can definitely keep an ear out and send my feelers out there, see if there's anybody that knows anything.
If you see. 1 second.
Yep.
If you happen to hear anything about a Leonin captain being prisoner or anything about that in that land, or a winged elf.
Very specific. Those are not the most common things around there. Yes. If something like that happens, I will get a hold of you in the usual ways.
Yeah, and also unusual would be a Triton.
Ooh,
With a talent for drinking and music and a half-orc.
Some aside from the half-orc, those all stand out pretty well.
Yes.
Yes, I highly doubt they will. If they make some kind of an announcement about a winged elf, a Leonin, and a Triton, I doubt they could be confused for any other group.
Well,
so
just not announcements, but if you happen to hear anything from anyone,
right,
about maybe some captives or
absolutely
anything along those lines.
I'll reach out to the usual contacts and see if anything's been, any information's been slipped that shouldn't have been said out loud.
Most appreciated, my friend.
Of course.
So, other rumblings. Anything about perhaps a light bearer or light bearers?
Bearers, like not Logriff?
Unless kind of nods his head and gets a grim look on his face.
You see, like, all of a sudden, like, his expression shifts a little, and he's, like, kind of licking his bottom lip a little, and he's like, No, I wasn't even aware I should be looking out for something like that.
Yes, I would definitely keep that closely to yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Such information could be hazardous if you follow me.
Yeah, yes, I do.
And then, but nothing. You've heard nothing of, and I wouldn't imagine you would. But it was worth asking. Yes.
Oof. This sounds a little bit more serious than I thought it was.
Well,
Perhaps my days won't be so boring here soon.
I always did.
You
find
find
the
the
most
city
interesting
boring?
information.
It's like he looks over at Zatalpa. He's like, "Well, if you just stay inside your shop like I like to do, it can get pretty boring. There's a lot to do out there, but the more things there are to do, the more chances there are of danger. And I've done my fair share of fighting in my day. And if I do anything nowadays, I prefer to be unseen, which is far less exciting than for everybody else."
As he gestures to his own shop, I say, because I'm still confused from my perception check. Like, what do you even sell here? It is just random things.
His jaw drops open. He like puts his hand over his chest, like, "I am hurt.
Unless he sighs. Unless he sighs.
I'm hurt, and I am offended. Clearly, you do not have an eye for the finer things. Sure, maybe some of this stuff has been here for a little while, and I might not be the best at organization, but this place is full of gems and things that were well loved by the previous owners, whether or not they wanted to be rid of them or not."
Unless he reaches out and pats him on the arm a little bit, and Zidane, I do not think he means to offend. And I raise an eyebrow and look at Zaltalpa.
And he's like,
Well,
"Of course."
please introduce me to your finer wares, then.
He's like looking you up and down. Give me a persuasion check. Nope.
Can I assist with that?
You can.
Oh, so I did advantage.
Yep.
It's still not great, but the assist
That's
helped
pretty
a
good.
ton. Yeah.
It was okay. He's looking at him, and as soon as you put your arm on him, like, "It's okay." He's just he's like, okay. This
He's
one's
not
for
from the cities, my friend. He is.
Ah, yes. Well, since you have such a great guide for the city here with Onlese, I'll take his word for it, and let me show you something that I guarantee you will be more interested in. And he walks over and he's like digging through some of the counters that he's got. He's like, "Where is it?" Moving things around. It's like, "Aha!" Pff! And he pulls out like this helmet. And it's like a helmet that looks like it's made with like dragon scales scattered on it. It's got all these like weird like designs up on top with like horns and whatnot. And you notice as you're looking at it that it actually has the engraving of Bahamut on it. It's like, yes, this is actually a helmet for some of the followers of Bahamut. That
My eyes go wide, and I'm like, now that is a practical headdress.
I knew you would like a hat. We just found the right one.
Yes,
Yes.
Lacey's side mission is to get everyone to wear a hat. That's literally a side mission.
So yes, this was from some cult sect of Bahamut. I don't really exactly know where it came from, but so there's some clash, and one side was completely wiped out, and so they had some other like Bahamut wares and whatnot too, some crystals or like a wand. I don't really remember, but this is the only one that I still have in shop.
Well, please, may I inspect it?
He looks at Onlese. He's like, "If he steals anything, you're paying."
He will not.
Okay.
He is no thief. He is most honorable.
Very well.
He's a bit crass at times, but he's most honorable.
He hands over the helmet. Check it out.
Can I give it like an investigation check?
You can give me an investigation check with advantage because it's something of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Bakhmut.
All right, +0, but you still got 16. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's this nice like platinum helmet with all these like great like Bahamut, the things that are very clearly inspired by like the looks, the commonly accepted like look of Bahamut on there. Like nice dragon ridges that come down, and it almost looks like it was actually designed to be worn by like a dragonborn, right? So it looks pretty well done. Essentially, this is like an item that it's like gives you like a +1 to AC, and it enhances it can only be worn by dragonborns, and it enhances your breath weapon. To also, when you do the breath weapon, anybody that is standing in the breath weapon, it will heal allies as well and do damage to enemies that are in it, and it makes it like a much bigger breath weapon, and it's things like that. I can send you the description of it later.
I'd just say, without even like knowing what the price is or anything like that, I just say I will take it.
It's like, oh well. He's like
Huh.
he's looking at you up and down. It's like, no offense, sir. That's one of the nicer things I have here, and you don't look like the kind that has oh, does he? Does he have a lot of money on Lacey?
How
Because he
much?
doesn't look like it.
How much for an old friend, my friend?
Nice. Play it up.
Well,
Given that I've also given you a bit of news that will perhaps lead to some other treasures for you,
you have.
I have a bit more to discuss with you as well.
Well, normally he's like, actually, let me go check my books real quick. It's like he's pulls out like a giant like binder. He's like going through it, looking because he's got like a ton of random shit in here. Probably doesn't remember the prices on everything. It's like, what did I pay for that? He's like scrolling through. He's like, oh,
When he looks back, I'm like wearing the helmet.
He's like, okay, let's see if I got that as part of a deal, and I was paid this for the whole thing. So if I sold that one thing, so it's like, well,
Trying to find shiny surfaces to see my face in the
That's-
with the helmet on.
that would be like 2,000 gold for that. But if you want, I know, just like you looks like it's too rich for your blood right now. But I do have some things that maybe you could help me with later, and it's part of a package deal. Maybe we can work something out.
I would be willing to discuss, yes, assuming Zaltalpa is, if he really wants that helmet. Yes. You did mention you needed some things done.
Like, are you asking me or the guy?
I was talking to the guy. He's
Yes,
offering to trade you for services, Zaltalpa. Well, us for services and monies.
I will take it.
We'll have to discuss that later when Lacey comes back in. We can talk about some business in private. We can talk about some things that might be done. But I'll make sure that I set that aside for you so I don't sell it to anybody else. There will have to be some kind of a deal made here, because unless you have 2,000 gold on you. But it's like
241 gold and 3 platinum.
Puts it on the table.
so close.
And all
so
my
close.
silver and copper too.
He's like piling things on there. He's like, surely that is enough. Zaltalpa not
It's
100%.
difficult to carry more money in with
Zaltalpa not like 100% sure how money works. He's just like, that should be enough.
As I said, Zidane, he is not from around here. He's as you mentioned, a religious type.
I can tell that from the way he talks about the Bahamut. I can't say I've interacted with anybody who's a follower of Bahamut that I would call a sane person.
You were quite
shit.
short there, Zaltalpa, on the cost of the item. We will have to come back for it, but he is willing to put it aside and reserve it for you.
Well, then what is it you want?
This is he's like looking at you, and he looks over at Lacey. He's like, this is something that I need to talk to Lacey in private about this. So there's some special special like family details here that only talk to with anybody of the family.
We are all children of Bakhmut, are we not?
Well, I'm actually a child of Nancy, but that's my mom.
What being is this Nancy? God, it's
So, but trust me, if Lacey backs you up, I will make sure that I do not sell this. I know it's been hot, and I've had 10 people ask me about this today, but I'll make sure I hold on to it just for you.
I hold my hand out to Zaltalpa.
I definitely don't take the helmet off, but I wouldn't like stop someone else from taking it off.
I sigh and I walk over and I reach
I'm still
up.
like looking at myself in the mirror with it on.
I reach up and slowly slide it off his head, making sure he doesn't growl or snap.
Ah, yes, very very appreciated there, Lacey. Don't worry, it will be here when you come back.
That would be most excellent of you. Yes.
Well,
you might want to, and I like scoop up all his money that he threw on the counter.
Oh right, my money. Yes.
Hand it back to him.
Then I go scramble for it.
Very well.
Shinies.
If there's anything else that you need right now, I will see you later.
Well, no, I was still talking. Do you still have time to talk?
It's like, well, he motions towards the shops. Like, I know I'm very busy right now, but I could probably make a little bit more time for an old friend. What is it?
So as I was saying about the rumblings from the Empire, the last bits I did not quite get to before Zaltalpa got a keen eye for that helmet, but
yes,
any rumblings about anything with the royal, and when he says royal, he sneers, family dealing with elemental fiend.
Like the Children's Tale?
Unless he smiles, and not so much a child's tale, my friend.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that like the big bad elemental fiends don't do anything bad or they're gonna get you? Like you're saying that's based on a true story or something?
I told you I had interesting information for you in addition that could be worth something to you.
Well, okay, but saying they're real is not like enough for me. And so if you're asking,
it's not that they're just real, but the Empire is collecting them. I get very serious and just look at him.
They're collecting the elemental fiends?
Yes.
That's weird. There's some really interesting stories about them and the things they're capable of doing.
The information I have is most reliable, and that they likely have access to two of them. The Empress of the Winds and the Artarak of Flame.
So they have Rubicante and Barbarisha, so the other two.
And I've heard they also perhaps have Gungnir.
Well, okay, that makes sense if they have Barbarisha, last I heard. That would make sense for her to have access to that if they have that. But these are all just like people, you hear stuff like this from people in the bar when they're drunk. You don't take any like mind of it because they're drunk, and this is like child's tales telling you like all these little things that you heard as a kid are real, and nobody's ever actually seen them. But if that's actually I actually know some people who might be interested in hearing that if that's actually true, unless I'm just been uninformed and they already know.
I believe it is most true. As is that other note about another light bearer.
Yeah. Well, I have some people that might want to hear about this information. And depending on what I can gain for this information, perhaps I can sell it for some amount, depending on who's interested in it. Maybe we can work something out.
would be excellent. I do have a few more things to discuss.
Well, it's been a long time. It's been a long time
It
since I've seen
it
you, so
I'll just throw this out there right now, so I don't take up too much more of your time. And I know Zaltalpa is probably itching to get back to our comrades. But, do you happen to know anything about a person known as Aspen over at the Dry Crow, or perhaps what ordering an extra dry high potion gets you at that establishment?
yeah, I know Aspen. He's like the head bartender there. He's a really nice guy. It's Furbolg. There's no, as far as I know, there's no extra dry high potion on the menu there. I don't even know what that means.
That's my point, my friend. It
So,
is not on the menu.
Some kind of a code. Interesting. It's nothing I've heard of before, but Aspen's a pretty likable guy.
All right, he's not going to shank me then. Or try to.
I've never seen him get violent before, but
Excellent.
he's
That
a
is
pretty-
what I
he's a-
mainly wanted to know.
he's a pretty big guy though, so I would still be careful around him.
He's a friend of a friend. And that friend happens to be a certain Leonin that's lost right now.
Okay, I'm putting the
We're not
pieces
lost,
together.
but-
I'm putting the pieces together. I got like a third of the puzzle together right now.
Imprisoned right now.
Oh, well, hopefully, I'm gonna put my my feelers out there and see what I can ask around for. Maybe I'll have some answers for you when you come back.
Excellent. And my final thing before I write my letters and leave you to your business. If my comrades and I wanted to make it quietly into the Empire, to perhaps look for a certain Leonin, would you be able to assist with that? For a price, of course. Yes.
Well, there's a few ways to get in there, like with varying levels of risk involved to them. Normally, the more safe ways are the more expensive ways. Like, what are we looking for here?
Understandable. Well, the safest way we can get in,
Well,
or at least the two best options.
Well, the safest way would be to get an actual passport. Those take a while, so probably recommend trying to find somebody who already has one that doesn't need it anymore. And that happens every now and then. There are some people that come through here that were only planning on trading or going into the Empire a single time and have no use for it anymore. So every now and then you'll find somebody who's looking to sell those off or trade them
We
off
would
for
need 4
something.
passports.
Well, if you have a passport that says you're there for a specific reason, a business reason, then it doesn't really need to be for the whole crew. It can just be for the people on board, and the person in charge will have to speak for everybody else. Those are going to be harder to find, but you could find one. The other option is to have some, passports made for you that are
Yes.
not legit. And I know some people who are very good at doing that, but they are good, so they don't run cheap. But again, people like some favors around here, and there's been some troubles happening around here. So if you could help them out, they could probably help you out too. That would be another option. And then of course there's other things, like if you wanted to smuggle yourselves in on like the train that goes through, that's always something you could do. I know some people that run some smuggling through there. It gets caught sometimes, but they're pretty good at it. If you somehow find your way to learn how to swim and breathe water, there's this really questionable underwater cave that you could go through that can lead you into some ways into the Empire, but that's probably pretty dangerous. There's a few ways. I don't really recommend those unless you are very broken. It's the final option, but it's possible still to get in there in other ways.
Well, let's say we're looking for passports to purchase or have some made. If you could look into what that would cost us.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll get a hold of the guys that do the counterfeits and see what they're charging nowadays. See if they have any jobs available to help with that, and I'll ask around, see if there's anybody anybody that I know or that knows anybody that is looking to like sell maybe a legit one or something.
We would be looking for transportation as well. Yes.
Very specific. Okay. I'll see what I can do.
My thank you. My most humblest thank you. Zidane.
Of course, anything for a family member.
I'll take out 2 platinum pieces.
Oh, very
and
generous
put those
of
down
you.
on the counter.
Very generous indeed. Absolutely. I will make sure that I ask around for you before anybody else today.
I bow and give him a head nod. Did
He
you wish to
scoops 'em up
discuss
real quick.
privately now while I write my letters, or should I come back at another time? Yes.
You may as well come back later. I'll have time to ask around, so you don't have to come back multiple times today. We can just finish up all the business later if you come back.
Zaltalpa, I'm going to write a few letters. If you wish to stay for that, you can, but I can meet you over at the Dry Crow.
It is best we do not split up, because I have no idea I can't possibly remember how to get back.
Yeah, there's a lot of turns and whatnot, so you might need a little help to get back to the main
Trying to
circle.
play it off, but that is not the reason.
One more thing, Zidane, and I do know you're busy. Do you have any maps of this, the Empire, perhaps?
Of the
Any
Empire.
detailed maps? Yes.
Those are pretty hard to come by. I don't
Yes,
have
they
any.
are.
I don't have any detailed ones, unfortunately.
Okay.
Those
Anyone
I
you know
have
who might
had some.
know?
I've had some come in before, but they don't stick around here for very long. They actually are pretty popular to be sold.
I would imagine so. Yes. Would you know anybody that might have one for sale?
No, the only people that I know that would have one are people that I've sold them to before, and a lot of those people I haven't seen them in a long time, so I'm not sure what they use those maps for. But
Indeed. All right. Thank you.
yep,
And
you're welcome.
I start jotting down my letters. Being, I'm not letting anybody look at what I'm writing.
Of course. Yeah, he sees you like writing them down, and Zatalpa's like kind of like looking around. He's just like,
Yeah, I'll continue to browse the shop.
yeah.
Now
He'll
that
actually-
I know he has like blessings of Bakhmut in here, I like look at everything.
Now he's like, maybe there's good shit here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I cannot.
Turning over every little dusty
Yeah.
piece.
So there are a lot of things here that look like they might be pretty interesting, but looking through the shelves, you don't find anything else that's like Bahamut related in here.
Okay.
So like if you're looking for something specific, but if you're just looking for like Bahamut related things, that was the only thing he had in here.
I don't think I don't know. Nothing else specific.
Okay.
that I
Yeah,
can
there's
think
some cool stuff in here, but nothing really dragon related.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really need any armor because you're not wearing any.
Yeah, armor wouldn't really catch my eye.
Yep.
Or like
so
melee weapons or anything. I don't know. Something super
there's
magical would, but
Yep, there's some weird stuff in here that you see that you might be like, you see it and you're like, that would be, kind of cool. But your number one priority is getting like the helmet of Bahamut because it's of Bahamut. So you take a note of a few things you might have seen along the way that you maybe after you get the helmet you might come back and look at. But
okay. Nice.
Unless he writes, it's basically 6 letters, all the same, pretty much.
okay, he
And
will
they're not like super detailed. They're just,
right.
and they are written as we discussed.
Yes.
Boo.
I'll send you the actual letter if you want later.
Yeah, that's cool. Sounds good. He'll accept those and bid you farewell until you return.
I leave him another 10 gold on top of that for the delivery of letters.
Of
Thank
course.
you, good businessman.
Of course, I will see you, points at Onlace, later.
Yes. This evening or another night. Tomorrow.
Yep, well, you know where to find me. I don't really go out and do things much.
All right. Yes. And then we head toward the Dry Crow.
Okay.
Unless you wish to go elsewhere, Bazalta.
No, when we get outside, I say, I'm sorry, Unleashy, I should not have doubted you. I saw what you did with your hat there. The same, like, two-finger gesture you did with your hat, and how you managed to pry his information from him.
Yes.
Perhaps there is more to these hats.
Indeed. Unless he gets a big smile on his face. Shall we go, my friend? I would not steer you the wrong way. I would not steer you wrong. I wish most. I'm most definitely committed to finding our captain and dealing with the wrongs that have been done to us. And he gets a bit of a darker, somber face when he says that.
Indeed, then.
You guys wander to the Dry Crow. By the time you get there, like, you see, like, Tempest and Smitty, like, just now walking into, like, the trade district. As you approach them, they're just kind of, like, looking around, like, wow, pretty big. Like, at least Tempest is semi-familiar with it, but it's been, like, a while since she's been here.
Well,
and there's been some
I wouldn't be
changes and
looking around.
renovations. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. You're not looking around, but Smitty is.
I more meant that I was keeping my head down, but okay.
Listen, they're both valid.
Also, I don't need to look around because I can just send my winds out.
Yes, that was the joke.
Mm-hmm. No, the joke was that I'm blind.
Yes.
You'd have to be constantly sending your winds out in the city. Like, that would be.
Well, I only do it every. Well, it's a cantrip, so I can do it as much as I want.
You can, yeah.
Do you have blind sense normally?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I also
okay,
have
okay.
blind sense out 5 feet, so I'm not gonna like slam into anybody.
Well, no, I meant people running into you, basically.
Oh yeah, like if people are like like I sense them 5 feet before they get to me, so I can
Gotcha.
move around them. But I'm making myself small, if you were.
I got you.
I'm keeping my head down.
Pretty easy to do when you're hanging by, like, a big suit of armor.
Well, yeah, like, and also I've taken out
Is
my
Smitty in his armor, or is the armor with you? Like, is it
the
walking
armor's walking behind us.
Walking behind us.
When I see you guys, I kind of raise my hands, not like a wave, just a couple fingers up.
Okay. Yep. You guys see each other. They're standing right by the Dry Crow. You see like Onlace and Zatalpa standing there, and they're like right underneath like a little sign. You look up and you can see like the crow with like a sun image on it. You're able to, or Smitty at least, is like, yep, that's the spot.
If it's engraved, I can see it.
It is engraved.
So yeah.
All right. You guys walk up to each other at the front of the Dry Crow.
How late is it? Is it like
So
afternoon? Early evening?
you guys got here kind of like early on the last day. So after you walked around,
Did
did
we
stuff
get there early?
like before noon.
Okay.
But
That's early for pirates.
It
So-
is early for pirates, yeah.
so it's like 2 p.m. now.
Alright,
Yeah.
any luck getting any information?
Yeah.
Um,
Only was
I'm not-
very.
I'm not
lucky
yelling it,
with
but I'm totally
information.
not trying to be secretive about it.
Yes, we did get some information, and Zaltalpa found himself a mighty helmet of Bakhmut.
Yet don't.
I look around. I'm like, where is it?
It's on layaway.
It was rather
Layaway?
expensive.
Some favors and some things will need to be done to acquire said helmet, because it is, as he mentions, most pricey.
I will return when I have a larger pile of gold.
All right.
How about you two? Were you able to
we met
find
the-
someone that can fix the crystal?
We have information on a place to get the crystal repaired, but there's a dwarf that we met there, and at the Dock 137, and they could not help us.
They wouldn't help us.
Yes.
It'll be all right,
You
Tempest.
insist.
I'm sure. I'm sure. At least you gained some information on where to go next. Yes, that is successful, is it not?
Somewhat.
Hopefully the information is good.
Shall we go order a drink?
All right. Wonder how well
Sure.
we prepared for this.
Walk in the
Don't
bar.
leave don't leave your keys in the medj deck. And just walks in the bar.
Is the door big enough for a magic to walk in?
It is for yours.
Oh, I
Not-
thought his
not-
was like
Nope.
fairly big.
His is still technically medium sized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he has to like squeeze in.
If it was like a big suit that people normally ride in, those ones are large. That would not have been able to fit. But his could still follow him in there. It's more of like an exoskeleton. But
Gotcha.
All right.
You-
I'll wait here before I let you walk in, and I will walk in after.
I walk in and look for a place to sit, preferably near the barkeep.
yep,
Yep.
you
that's
guys
also where I'm going.
walk in. It doesn't look like it's super busy right now. It's a pretty big place. But maybe there's like 3 or so tables that are occupied right now. Looks
We're a
like
little before lunch rush.
a little after the lunch rush, like 2.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you're at this nice like in between. These might have been people that showed up late for lunch and are still here, or whatever. They're out shopping. Not part of the big rush, but just in between, eating, talking to themselves, but not really making a big scene. So it's easy enough to find a table like really close to the bar.
Might this be a good time to take a little break?
Absolutely,
A
yep.
little buyout and
Yep.
go get another beer and
Go right ahead and get another beer.
You
Go
get
buy.
a tank.
yeah.
I'm gonna go take a leak.
Yep, sounds great.
Yeah. All right. Be a few minutes, but I'll be back.
Says before we go to the damn bar, we need to go not in all together as a group. We're walking in.
I mean,
I
it's
think
up to
that
you
ship's
guys.
sailed.
Yeah.
You bastards.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I was hoping like somebody would hang back, but anyways, with
If you're
me,
trying to be
yeah.
inconspicuous, I think your
Of
armor kind
course.
of makes that
Yeah.
impossible.
Everyone
Hold on
stands out
together.
for their own reason.
All right, go use the washroom. Be right back.
Yep, cool. There we go. Some nice little role play for everybody. Somebody who's drank a whole bottle of Eagle and I fucking bang, I tell you. it did, but just knowing the names, anybody could figure that out. Well, not anybody, but
And
not
the
the
only
hardest
thing,
thing to figure
the
out.
only other thing she could think of was showing a page of the book, which she wouldn't have had
Right.
because she has no use for it because she could not read it.
Right.
Otherwise, she would have absolutely loved to have it because, again, I like making characters that'll like more like how Unlace, Garrett's building Unlace it, like a little bit more informational gathering. Like I like characters that at least have one or two of street smarts or book smarts. Probably a little bit more street smarts than book smarts. Also, specifically, this town has some fucking PTSD. So.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, took so long. But good news, I got 2 beers.
Nice. It's all right.
Prepared.
Garrett, we're still waiting on Garrett.
I'm back.
Perfect.
Come here.
Welcome back.
Huzzah!
Everybody's back. So, you find a table right by the bar. You're able to sit down.
Oh, I was gonna straight up sit at the bar.
Oh, you want to sit at the bar? He said close to the bar. That's fine.
Where's do we have Smitty?
Smitty is.
Well, Smitty's walking in.
Smitty
You're
had
here,
like his
right?
own
Like-
ideas.
Oh, he's physically here. Yes.
I was gonna come in after everybody else came in.
I just didn't hear you.
I
Yep.
was here
Okay,
before
so
you.
sorry.
Oh, you didn't hear me.
No, that is why. Yeah, totally.
Okay. You guys, you guys
Sorry.
all walk in at similar times. What are you all doing? Since everyone has their own ideas what they want to do.
Of course. I'm gonna go
I'm
find-
checking out the people here.
Sure.
You said there was only like 3 tables of people. What kind of people? Like,
Sure.
are they all humans or are they?
Go ahead. Make a perception check. The lights are a little dim in here, as bars like to keep them. Oof. You're looking at them all, and they definitely look like humans, or hairy humans, or short humans.
Humans.
Hairy humans. They're all humanoid.
They're all
in
just
shape.
humans.
Yeah.
They ain't lizards.
Except for the guy behind the bar. He's pretty tall and has weird colored skin. So he's a
Not
really
all are
definitely a
equally
weird looking
blessed
human.
by Bahamut.
It's true. What you want to go sit at the bar, Tempest?
Correct.
Only
Yeah.
say and Smitty. You guys gonna sit down at a table, go join the
At
bar.
a table. Probably
I will
table over to
actu-
the side.
Like
You guys-
I'm making sure that where I feel them going to sit, I don't sit like next to them next to the bar.
You start walking
Shift
towards like the bar to go sit down, and you like glancing behind, you see the bartender, and that is definitely a furbolg.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah, I
Furbolg?
am.
Furbolg?
A furbolg. Yep.
Furbolg. Yeah, furbolg.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tall,
I-
furry cow
I always thought
creatures.
it was like Firebolt.
Nope.
no,
Furbolg.
not fireball. Yeah, but
It's Furbolg? Cool.
Yep.
furbolg. Yeah.
Yep, furbolg.
No.
But I kind of slide into the seat, and I have been walking with my staff out as like just full extended staff, and I kind of like lean it on the bar next to me and
Sure.
cross my arms and keep my hood up.
He's like, up there just wiping down glasses. Hey, welcome, stranger. What can I get you?
Is he talking to
Uh,
Tempest? Or...
He was talking
Yeah.
to if Tempest was the first one to sit down. Like, are you guys gonna approach and sit down next to her, or like, what are you guys doing?
I'd walk up behind her.
Right behind her? Like, what's up? We're
Yeah.
together.
Oh God,
We're-
like
we're
like
just
fucking creeper.
approaching. I'm not creepy. Like I thought we were all approaching.
No, I'm sitting at a table. Away.
Smitty
from the
sits
They
at
side.
the
said,
table.
they said the opposite. She was trying to sit away from people at the bar.
Yeah.
Smitty's trying to find a table to himself.
And then you just walk up right behind her, like, "Hi, friend."
I guess.
Which is fine. Sounds like
Yeah, he
something
says that,
Zalapa would do.
and then Zatalpa walks up. He's like,
I guess.
"Oh,
so.
look at you! I don't get many like you in here.
Then I look for.
Are you
another
two together?"
seat at the bar.
What
No,
did you s-
no. No,
Like
no.
I like kind of like turn my head slightly, and then turn back and look at him.
Give me a deception check. Okay. He
That's-
was like, he's like, no, and he's like, looks at the two of you, and he was like, yeah, you don't look like you're together. Just try and sit away from the lady, you weirdo. No
Just
offense
go
or anything, but
sit
that
on
was
a bar at the,
No.
stool at the end of the bar.
no offense or anything, but that was a little creepy how you approached her.
Unless
she's-
he's gonna walk up to the
Would I-
center of the bar, like maybe a couple seats down, like close to the bartender.
Oh,
Um,
look,
what-
hey. So he's looking around. He notices like all four of you now. He's like, a lot of weird people just walked in here. You don't see, I mean, other than you. He points to Tempest because, he
Honestly, he might know my robes.
right.
so-
That's what I'm saying. He's like, you look like you're from the mountains, so, but the rest of you are looking. I know you're not. He puts air quotes not together, but you're all looking very unique. What can I get everybody?
I believe the lady was about to order. I do
Ah,
not mean
yes,
to interrupt.
ladies
Yes.
first. What can I get you?
Can I feel like, because when I stepped in, I would have let a small
Sure.
us out to
Yeah.
scope out the room, but would I have noticed a back door / smell a kitchen?
Absolutely, you would have.
Whatever is on your lunch special, good friend.
Oh, yep. We can get that up. We should still have some of that left over. It wasn't the busiest lunch rush.
She nods. And
He's like, you
Slow
kind of like,
motion zoom.
you're like, and you don't say anything. So he's
sorry,
like,
I
stares at you
literally
for a
was
second,
trying to find.
and then he turns and looks at Onlay, say, "What can I get you, sir?"
Unless he kind of tips up his hat a little bit, kind of leans forward a bit, not in a too loud voice or not in a whisper, but Aspen, I presume, yes.
That's
Heard about
me.
you.
You've
Name's
heard about
Lacey.
me. Hopefully, you heard about good stuff.
Yeah,
I would hate for those guys over at the Hungry Elixir to be spreading rumors.
Well, I already had food, but I heard that I should try the extra dry high potion.
You see him like, give me an insight check.
I would absolutely be watching
Sure, you
when
both
he
can,
says
yeah.
this. Yeah.
I think we all would be watching. Maybe not to tell them, but
Maybe not.
No, I'm watching.
Okay. So is it perception? What is it?
Insight.
Insight.
I didn't whisper it, but I tried to keep
Oh,
it
wait.
between the bartender and I, and of course anybody sitting.
Sure, he doesn't.
You basically pitch it low a little bit.
Yeah.
Like once you're like, I heard I should try the, high dry potion.
Extra dry. Yeah.
Extra dry potion. High dry potion.
So he doesn't look like he has like a very slight tell that like everybody like picks up on, like just very barely. He's like rubbing down his glass and he's just like looking down at it for a second, not saying anything. Now there's an order you don't get every day.
I'll have what he's having.
Yes.
And I thought you weren't together. Well then, he looks at everybody. He's like, a round for everybody?
Yeah.
Are you
a
all
round for
having
my
the same
friends.
thing?
I like
I was
kinda yell
actually
over the
I was-
table. I'm like,
I was
also
actually
get some food from the kitchen, the special, and the beer. Whatever you got on tap.
yeah. Basically, she was going. I was trying to look for the freaking name of this thing. She was like, I was going to order a round for. Yeah.
So you're ordering all this stuff, and then he's like, is this for everybody? And he's pointing at you, who's like, I'll have a this and this and this. He's like,
Yeah.
Also, and she like nods and she goes, also the loud one. Yes.
you see him like tilt his head. Hey, Fran, can you come cover me for a second? You see like an older like human female walk out. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead. All right. Come with me. And you see him like take off his apron and he turns around like and walks towards like the back door.
I look over. I'm like,
I get up and follow.
All right. He walks towards. If
I
is
guess
everybody
I follow.
following?
I guess I got up. I get follow. And I'm like,
We're heading.
I guess I would follow
are we
you.
going
Yeah.
to? Are we going to the kitchen to get some food?
Something like that. Yes.
Okay. You guys follow. He walks through like the back, the door, and he goes into the kitchen for a second. And then he turns like a left, and he just goes down a hallway. He gets like to the end of the hallway, opens up a door, just walks inside. As you guys follow inside, he's like goes and like he goes and like to his there's like a desk in there. He goes and like leans on the desk, and you guys walk in. He's just like leaning on the desk, waiting for everybody to walk inside. So you walk inside and you're like looking around, and then like the door closes behind you, and all of a sudden you hear like click, 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 like the sound like crossbows like cocking and guns and like from around you guys, even though you don't see anybody. And he's like, "Who are you? Who sent you?"
Do I feel anyone next to me?
Yeah, if you send your
I have
winds out,
blind sense.
yeah. So you probably wouldn't. You might feel like somebody on the very edge of it, but I feel like your winds went out that you feel like.
Well, I want to fucking creepily turn my head and stare right at them.
Okay, yeah. You turn your head and stare at like but there's like 4 other people in the room.
Oh, I know, but I'm looking at the one right next to me.
Right.
Wait, so we hear crossbows. But do we see the people?
Nope.
No,
them?
they're invisible.
Yep. There's
Okay.
so.
If we hear that,
Yep.
then like I immediately like kind of go down into a stance and sort of immediately summon my dragon in one hand and like a little fireball in the other.
If you want to fight, we can. But right now, I'm just asking the questions.
It's
put
more
my
like
hand
an
out,
instinctual reaction to the sound of all the like weapons.
Yeah, Tempest would
Tempest,
slowly.
tell the man.
Yeah, Tempest like reaches up and pushes her hood off. She goes, We come to find answers. We come with only that phrase in the book of our captain, Flint Lockhart.
You're part of the Storm Dragon Pirates. Why are you here and not Flint or anybody else I've spoken to before?
Because they've been taken. Our base was attacked. Flint is gone. My sister Agnes is gone. Our friends. Most of the main crew is gone.
How did that base is pretty well...
I cannot disclose how, but they were tracking someone that was not protected
Let's just
by
say,
our base.
Let's just say the Empire has means to reach anyone if they
And
need to.
this particular person wanted to be found. And we didn't know that.
You're going to have to give me some more details before I open myself up to anything else. This is very dangerous situation to have people come in here and spout these things to me. I need to be able to trust you. Tell me as much information as you can, because otherwise this smells very fishy to me, and the last thing I want is to get caught up in any drama that I don't have to be in, especially if it's a trap.
What is it you specifically wish to know? Yes.
If this is, if what you say is true, it's most concerning. But this is the sanctuary of cyclones being
Do you know?
taken like that. Everybody on the crew just being defeated and captured in their base seems very unlikely, and it smells.
Do you know the
of
name Sigrid?
bullshit.
I watch his face.
See him like he's like chewing on the name. Yes.
Well, she's dead. And the girl is who... The girl is who let our base be captured because she was there. And our captain didn't let us know who she was. We found out secondhand piecing things together. And she points at Onlaise, his book.
Yes. The girl that Tempest speaks of. Tsukiyomi, I believe her name is. Yes. We came upon her when raiding one of the Empire's ships. The
I
captain-
meant the captain's book.
I understand what you meant. I will give it to him in a moment. Or do you wish it?
I just meant to show it as proof.
I reach into my rucksack and pull out the captain's log.
You like hold out the captain's log, and like just like it just gets plucked from your hand by like somebody you can't see, and just like floats over to him, and he's like, "Thank you." He's opening up and looking at it, thumbing through it. He's like, See him like pausing, like you see him like pausing and staring at certain parts of it.
Why are we giving all these things to him?
This is the captain's handwriting. This is his signature. And he's like pulls in the back. He's like looking. He's like, he's reading the note on the back. He's like, So you came here just because of this little secret note he has written in the back. So come here with no information about the context of what this phrase means. That explains.
We don't have a lot to go on because our captain has been taken.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our friends have been taken, or they are maimed or killed. Our base was razed by many mechs of the Empire, very large ones. While we were away, the four of us, investigating an island.
He doesn't need to know anything else.
where a
We were
large rock
away.
fell.
We came back.
The man has a bunch of crossbows pointed at us. I'd rather
Yes,
not
well-
end in bloodshed, especially since he's our only lead at the moment.
Just because someone
Yes.
has a dagger at your throat doesn't mean you get to spill your guts.
I'm not spilling
Secrets
any
are
guts,
secrets.
Tempest, I don't know what is agitated you so much, and since we've arrived in the city, but do not allow it to lead us to unnecessary violence yet.
Points at
You
Onlay
wanted me to
say,
hand
he's
the
like,
man his log.
it's like,
I didn't
The-
want you to hand it to him. I wanted you to show it to him.
Well, it was taken from me. Invisible banner in
Obviously.
here.
he points at Onlay say, he's like, Onlay say, well, it is definitely a good idea. Well, it is definitely a good idea to be cautious. I did say I needed as much information as possible. And seeing the book, you would have to, and having the rest of the information is too coincidental. Even if these people were to completely raise the base and they found this book, there's not enough in here to have all this information pieced together. So let me ask you. You're saying that you were in possession of Tsukiyomi. She was at your base, and then it was attacked.
The captain was.
That
We were at a nearby island doing some scouting based on something one of our scouts in the towers had seen. We were
The
out on
captain
a
wanted us
skiff.
to investigate something.
So, the reason your captain didn't tell you about this is he was protecting you. Unfortunately, the tracking magic was apparently strong enough to get through the protections he had around the island. This was the wrong choice on his part. I understand he was trying to protect this girl, but he
What
was
I understand
setting
is the
himself
girl
up.
is the one. The girl is the one who called the Empire to her.
We don't have all the information right now, but from what we have gathered, and this girl, this Tsukiyomi, is somehow connected to Empress Shemhazai. We're not sure how. It makes sense that she wanted to be taken directly to the Empress, even though I think that was a poor decision. And it put everybody in danger and has led to this situation that we are currently in.
When you say that we are currently in,
Well,
I understand you still have crossbows pointed at us, but maybe you will tell us who you are and
we
why
have been
you would know all this about the captain. And
we have been working with the captain. It's been, while you have been working with him for some time, I imagine. I don't know how long all of you have been working with him as his crew. He has been part of something bigger than being a pirate this whole time. He has never actually... He has retired from the High Winds because there were things that he needed to do that he could not do as part of the official military. So he has still been part of a secret sect this whole time, trying to scout out some moles, some spies that were part of the higher ups of the High Winds that he just could not. He would never be able to do anything about if he had stayed with them. We gained information about this girl more recently, so we weren't ready to do anything about this yet because we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. But we knew that this was something very important. As I'm sure you would have guessed, a light bearer showing up. It's never been a second one. And immediately asking to be taken to the Empress. Very suspicious and very dangerous as well. Before we could have a safe plan here, it sounds like you stumbled across it, and he felt that it was too dangerous to let go. He went to action to try and save this girl. But
When did you find her originally?
we've only heard about, she's only shown up, like whispers about her, within the last month.
Well-
we have been trying to gather as much information before so we could potentially get in contact with her in a safe way, because
Well, she was
has been
discovered
looked
by
for.
the Empire, Terramin's 2nd. We found her, Terramin's 9th, with a cipher written that we decoded.
When you say you found her, where was it you found her?
We were to, Flint had targeted a ship that was going to be a supply run. It was supposed to have, I believe, Magitech kits is what we were aiming for, as well
Repair
as
kits, yes.
yeah, we were aiming for repair kits for our own Magitech suits that we had, as well as any other supplies useful. I found her locked in a chest.
She was in a chest on
She was
the
also
ship.
magically put under. It took greater restoration to bring her out of it. And even then, she needed to recover from whatever it was. Exhaustion.
Interesting. This is very unorthodox for the Empire. If they had her and she wanted to be brought there, what was all the precautions for?
Exactly.
We do not know, and we only know that, if it's all right that I say, Tempest,
She looks at him slowly.
Go on.
that her protector, Sigrid, was cursed with doom.
Killed. Yes. By the Empire.
So they had
Yes.
to take her from her protector forcefully. Even
Well,
though
it
seems
sounded
she was
more
just-
like a babysitter than a protector. I mean, hand in hand, but still.
Sigrid is very strong. It makes sense. Doom is not a cheap thing to use. So if they had to rely on that, I imagine she probably put down a lot of their men and their Magitech armor at the same time. What changed then? If she was being asked to be brought to the Empire, what changed then that her protector had to die in order to be brought in, and she had to be put down in some magical sleep? I've heard of sleep similar to that before as well.
Yes,
it-
it is most intriguing.
I also tried to connect with her telepathically and was not able to.
This sleep that she was in is, it's just speculation because I've only heard whispers of it. I believe that is put in kind of like some kind of like a stasis sleep, and it also helps protect against the same thing that she was used to be found, which is she was protection against scrying. So if they got her, they did not want people to know where she was and being transported until she got back to the Empire. That makes sense then why, if she was cured of this but still needed to be rest sometime after she was cured, that's when they must have been able to find her. Well,
Well,
we don't have a lot of information here, but you said the captain and the whole crew has been taken by the Empire.
Terramin's 10th is when
Not
we
all.
were attacked.
Most of them, yes. Some are still at our base.
The main crew is all gone. The captain, my sister, Agnes, Galleon, Balion, Senya, Dune.
So many names.
Yep.
Do
Well.
not know if this will be helpful, but And I take the sending stone out. This connects to
that
another
was a
stone
mistake.
that they have, and unfortunately, they know. I tried to use this before we knew they were captured. See if I could communicate with the captain, but they have the other half of this.
What did they say when you tried to talk to them?
They were being snide that they now know who they have.
Oh, was Rasp taken as well? We never found him.
Yeah, you never found him, so you
Yeah.
can just assume.
Yeah, Rasp.
Well,
That's it.
the captain is too important to be just left. I assume you're here looking to rescue him. He is almost... He's
A
almost...
couple different things. Rescue, get into the Empire in general, find a ship back to our base, maybe find a place to restore our crystal for the ship.
You lost the ship too?
The ship is damaged. The crystal is broken. It's cracked. And without Senya...
Well, without Senyo or the captain. Can I see it?
It's in the Magitech armor, which obviously, I don't know if it followed us.
Did you bring it with you, Smitty?
I did.
It probably was like settled in the hallway.
Yep.
No, if there's a way for it, it would have came in with us.
Yeah, it's small enough. It's just like another person.
Came through, then
I don't know how tight this fucking office is.
Yeah, it's it's tight enough that like these guys are like on the edge of the wall, and that just barely outside of your, or like within the reach of your blind sight, like one of them is.
Right.
So it's like not small, but big enough that you guys could still all fit in there, and there'll be enough room. No problem.
Gotcha.
Can I see the crystal?
All right, we've gone through all this talking, and all these things are still pointed at us. These guys are still not. Okay, we got your trust, right?
You seem to be who you say you are. Yes, and then
can we at least get an at ease instead of a arrow in the back?
What the hell?
Like he looks around, he like raises his hands up, and you hear like the sounds of like taking the crossbows down.
I was gonna say I wouldn't expect them to put them away, but at least not like she feels the person behind her like lower it.
You can with your winds, you can tell the movement of like putting their arms down.
And she nods and thank you. It's at least a little show of trust on your side.
All right, are these and like this, and then you see my suit of armor just untense up. Yes, we have precautions too.
Yeah, have to be extra careful when we see somebody walking around with a suit of Magitech armor as well. The only reason we were even like more trusting is we're vaguely familiar with the people that are members of the crew, and so we knew that there was somebody there that had a suit of Magitech armor. Normally that would be very suspicious, but you fit the bill, so.
I'm great that everyone knows who I am. I just stick up my hand, I snap my fingers, and like the Magitech suit takes the thing, Gemma, and puts the crystal in my hand. And I put down. This is the crystal. Broken, doesn't work.
He's looking at it, and you see his eyes like get big. He's like, "You weren't kidding when you said it was broken." He walks up and like looks at it.
The whole ship was on fire.
He's looking at it.
I'm not letting it go.
So. Yeah, he's not reaching for it. He's just kind of looking at it.
Jessica and Grail had to use the last of the energy of it to put out the flames that engulfed the siege.
That is going to be a nasty fix. I don't know if you've talked to anybody yet, but looking at it, I'm no
ex. Talked with Crumb.
Okay, you've talked to Crumb. Okay.
I look over at her like I'm like, okay, are you serious? Type look. I know she can't see me, but I'm like, are you serious right now? Like,
I can absolutely see him looking at me,
shaking my head.
Look, Crumb didn't offer us anything except a point to a different area.
Okay, so you've talked to Crumb, so you probably already know, but I'm going to give my 2 cents here too, and I'm sure it's the same thing. That is unlikely to be fixed unless you have Senya or the captain back. If you know anything about the crystal, and I don't know how much he's told you about that, but that has like the spirit of an Esper inside there. And looking at that, that's going to be very challenging to be fixed in general, and then without somebody that can commune with it, it won't be able to be recharged
Correct.
by anything other than on its own. And
Correct.
looking at the shape it's in right now, it's going to need probably some help to get back on its own, a little jump start before it can regenerate its own power.
Yes.
But that is definitely Sildra, so I believe you when that you are who you say you are. You all fit the descriptions that I've heard, and you have all the right things. So he turns back around and walks back to his desk and like leans on it. So the Empire, that's going to be pretty hard to get into. Do you have any leads, any ideas?
I know there's options.
We do not currently know exactly where they are in the Empire.
He's like, he starts like grabbing some papers and looking through them on his desk for a second. He's like, yeah, there hasn't been any information coming out of the Empire recently that has any information about new captives, any public executions or anything that we've been aware of, and we have some connections in there to get some, some of the insider information. And currently there's nothing being talked about yet. So I imagine they're probably still in their interrogation phase. We got time, but we shouldn't dilly-dally too long.
When you say we've got time, what are you thinking? Days, weeks?
It depends on how long it takes them to get the information they need. If they don't get it, it could be a while because they have a lot of people, it sounds like, to try and interrogate through, and they only have one like really good interrogator, so they're gonna have to do one at a time and keep them all separate and have them not tell each other anything. So if this just happened recently, I imagine if there was going to be some kind of, if they don't say anything, they don't give them the information that they need, and it's just going to come down to an execution. If they don't accidentally kill them along the way, you probably have a couple weeks to get in there and figure out what you're going to do, judging from their normal procedure. But they might not even want to. Like, if they know enough or they deem them useful enough, they might just keep them around for a while. But obviously we don't want to leave them in there, have things happen to them. These are very important people, and in general, and to you guys as well. So we'd rather not have them be sitting in there and being tortured. So while the sooner is better, this is going to be a very delicate manner. So we're going to make sure we do it right, because a slip up could cause a lot of issues, especially if they know that people are coming for them.
Is there any way this other half of the sending stone can be used to track their location?
There's nobody there's nobody in my immediate circle here that can track anything like that. I don't even know if that's possible, really. But I do have some contacts in Saffron, so I can see if that's even possible. And if it is, I'm sure I can find somebody, even if it will cost, to see if we can at least get a general idea of where that's linked to.
What would you suggest as the quickest way?
The quickest way is if you had a passport, so you could just go straight in. That's hard to find. Yes, they don't just allow. You could still get in, but you would have to get in through the slums of the capital and make your way through a variety of different checkpoints along the way to get in. But if you have a passport, you can get straight into the heart of the Empire and bypass a lot of that. So an official one is nice, but...
Do you think that they would be in the capital? You don't know where they are in the whole place.
Correct. It is likely that they're going to be somewhere in the capital, but we don't have like the unofficial place for where their interrogator does their business at. Sounds like that he operates in multiple locations, depending, so harder to be tracked. But
I may have a way of finding out that information at great risk to someone I know in the Empire.
All these dealings in the Empire come with great risk, so I understand this.
And I currently have someone looking into passports for us, either official or official, and he puts air quotes.
Yeah. That would be, there are other ways, but those are the quickest ways, and the official one is the safest, but there are some other ways as well to get in there. Do any of you have any contacts within the Empire that could help get you in aside from that once you're inside to help you along the way?
Would I have any contacts?
You pretty much only knew your master, and whether he's alive or not, still you're unsure.
I wasn't sure if I was there for a period of time, so I wouldn't know if I've made any connections or contacts.
You've know some people loosely, but they were all like people you met like through your master, and so it wasn't really like No, well, this is going to be interesting then. At least, he points at like Onlese. He's like, I assume you at least vaguely know your way around the Empire.
Why would you assume that?
Well, call it a hunch, but I see that you seem like familiar to me for some reason.
You must be mistaken. I do have a contact there that may be able to help us navigate, assuming that they will even talk to me. Can't assume that. Depends on
very
their
well.
situation.
We have some contacts as well. I highly, knowing these contacts, I doubt they will openly do anything to assist, but anything that I can get that will help along the way, I will gladly do so. We'll do everything we can to get you there, but unfortunately, most of the people that are part of this organization that I work with, they are familiar faces, so we can't directly go out and do anything without very challenging deception work. If they didn't directly see you, there's a high chance that your faces are unknown. This might be the perfect opportunity for you if we can get you in there.
I think we believe that is the case, that they do not know who we are.
Very well.
Would you all agree? And I look at everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah, unless we can get the ship up and going. Not sure how we're going to get there, but yeah.
I think the ship is out of the question at this point.
No,
And
I think
we
that
need
I
a
agree.
ship.
We'll have to pay for transportation.
The four of us with a ship go into the Empire?
There's a train.
That would be glorious.
There's also a train.
There is a train, yes.
That would be less glorious.
Yes, there is the train. The train is an option. That is the much easier way to get in if you are trying to be smuggled in instead of a passport.
Assuming we can get a passport, what would the cost to get into the Empire be via airship? We have some funds, but a limited supply.
If you have a passport and you have transportation to get there, they don't charge entry, so you can just.
No, I'm saying the transportation is the thing that we'd have to acquire.
Perhaps if you, perhaps you could find a trade vessel going there. If you have maybe a legitimate passport on you, perhaps a trade vessel will not think anything suspicious of it, and you can get in. That's a possibility. But a lot of them are, on guard going in there because that's not the place they want to get caught doing anything wrong at. So lots of times if they don't bring people if they don't know them. But it is still a possibility if you can find the right people. Otherwise, if you have any connections or personal friends that have any kind of a airship to get you there, I would probably try and call in some favors.
So, you got the airship?
No. The person, when I just mentioned if you need airship, lots of times you would call in some favors. Well, when I needed some favors or jobs done, I called Flint.
The captain. Yes.
So, with the Sildra out of commission, we're grounded for now.
So can you offer anything at all to help us out?
Yes,
What's
it-
his,
it
what's
will-
his name again?
Aspen?
Aspen.
Yes. Well, I need time to see what I can do here. Call in some favors, ask around, see if I can find a way to get you in there. You sound like you have some leads as well. Perhaps find your way in. If you can get a passport or a way to get there, we can all try our best to get a way in there. But I will have to contact some of the people that I know and call in some favors to see if I can get access to getting you in there. But right now, that's the best I can do for this exact moment. We have time. We don't want to rush this. If you guys get caught, you are the best chance we have right now to stealthily infiltrate the Empire. Most of us here are known to the Empire.
Yes. Would you... two things, then. Would you know a way for us to procure extra funds?
Yes, money.
While we're waiting for information?
Money does talk. Money does talk. Well, you hear rumors when you are in my line of business in the bar. So there are people that there's rumors being spread around here. If you can find the right people, I think there's a lot of rumors going around there. If you can find the right people, I've heard rumors of some kind of a slasher coming out of the sewers at night and attacking people. If I'm not sure if who would be willing to pay for that, but I'm sure if you find the guard, maybe there might be bounties on something like that. There have been caravans leading to going to Mistburg, in and out of Mistburg, the forest over there. They have been being attacked lately by the undead. Something in the forest is causing some issues. I'm sure you can find somebody to pay you handsomely for handling that, because that is costing a lot of people a lot of money as well. There's some other weird rumors, like there's this really great blacksmith. I don't remember his name, but he just suddenly retired early, and there's all these rumors going around about maybe the reasons why he retired, like he made a deal with the devil or something. It seems, again, these are very strange rumors, but you hear some things, and you don't really know what's true. So these are things you might be able to inquire about and make some big money.
Is the blacksmith just gone?
He
quit gone? Or what is the story?
He just retired early, is what people say. And they say
he's missing.
He's not. Yeah, he hasn't been in his shop since then. I don't really know where he lives or what's going on with that either. But these are the rumors that I've been hearing lately, and I'm sure
is
you
that
can.
the blacksmith nearby is Zentatsuken, I think I
The
saw.
Zentatsuken. He is not. He didn't work there. That is the blacksmith that has become very popular as of late, since the other one has retired. So don't get me wrong though, Zentatsuken was always a relatively reliable and popular smithing, but this this other location, I'm not super familiar with it though, because it was small, but it was known for quality. They that location was always considered like the place you needed to go when you wanted the best work done. So I don't really think there's foul play there, but I wouldn't put it past anybody. Anything is possible. So these are the rumors I've heard around here recently. And, you know, Mom always said, if you're good at doing something, don't do it for free.
Mama always knows best. Yes.
Yeah. She do.
Second thing. Do you have rooms available, or would you rather we not stay here?
We do have rooms available, and I would hate to send you over to the Hungry Elixir. If you are staying for just one night, I don't think it would be a problem. But if you stay here frequently as like a base of operations, maybe people start to ask questions.
Look at Tempest and the others. Would you like to get a room for tonight? At least. And then we can figure out where we're going to stay.
Sure.
This is as good as any place.
Okay.
Is the captain's logbook still in Aspen's hand?
He's holding it right now, but loosely.
Gotcha.
So.
All right then.
Well, if you're going to stay here, that will make it easy for us to find you if we get some information to give to you.
Correct.
Okay. And then you see him, like, he looks around and you see, like, 4 figures, like, appear in the room as, like, their invisibility drops. You can see, like, 2 people holding heavy crossbows. One person's holding, like, a rifle, like a crystal rifle, and somebody was holding, like, 2, like, crystal, like, pistols. And they're all, like, putting them away.
Ooh.
I'm going to try to take a mental note of what they look like.
Sure. You see that there is 3 of them look human. One is like half elven, you would guess, probably not full elven. I'll like give you a description of what they look like later, so you since you're making a mental note of it though.
Yeah, I'd walk up to the edge of the desk, hold my hand out for the book.
Oh, of course, hands it back.
Like she'll like palm up. Like,
yeah,
you know.
he hands it back.
She passes it to Unlacey.
I only needed it to confirm. I'm very familiar with the captain's handwriting.
Put it back in my rucksack.
She nods.
I totally disregard everyone's conversations going on, and I'm trying to talk to one of the guys that has the pistols, and I'm trying to get some information. I'm like, so, how does the recoil on that thing? Is it a good? I'm like, oh, can I see the gun there?
Which one are you talking to? The guy with the rifle or the pistols?
The pistol.
The guys with the pistols. I want the guy with the rifle. I want both of them.
he's like, these actually have the recoil on these are pretty nice. They shoot really smooth, but honestly, it depends on what kind of type of ammunition you have loaded in here. You know, like I find that the if we're using like the air or the fire crystals, it's pretty smooth. The earth crystals get pretty rough. They have a pretty big recoil, but they do a lot of damage. So these guys are really nice. The rifle over there, he points to that. That one's got a butt on it for a reason. It has a pretty big kick to it, especially again if you're using an earth crystal, but. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
If you ever have a chance to let me look at it, I want to maybe potentially use it and put it onto my suit. See, these things are amazing. I've seen them in passing. I just haven't had a chance to integrate something this design. It's amazing design. Where did you get it?
See, he's like kind of like looking like out of the corner of his eye at like Aspen, like he's looking at you. It's like, what if Aspen, if everything goes well here, maybe we can maybe let you practice shooting one of these before you guys head out.
Oh, you see his eyes, like he's like totally like they're like super big. Really? Like
sure.
I'm sure you guys are talking. Me and him are just having a conversation off to the side.
Yeah, like sure, maybe like whatever we can do to help. As long as Aspen's okay with it.
And basically at that point, like after she gets the book and everything, she looks around and she goes, "Sorry for being curt earlier."
I understand. This is a precarious situation. If either side was, had a Empire operative in it, it would have blown the whole cover, and probably a fight with some fatalities in here. Not something either side was looking for, it seems. You gotta be careful, but this is a very serious situation that we're gonna need a lot of teamwork to get through and a lot of subterfuge and stealth. So
She nods.
Can't be too careful. Well, we have a great soup du jour. That's soup of the day.
She's just nodding along, and then he's like, "It's the soup of the day." She like stops, and she's like, "Yes."
Yeah, it's delicious.
I head towards the door.
Yeah, she's leaving.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. You guys back out.
Are the guards coming too? Because I'm totally talking to this guard. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
like,
he's putting away
go
his guns in his holsters over on his side. He's walking out. He's like, yeah, okay. He's like, Aspen.
Aspen, help me!
Asking him all these technical questions about the guy. This guy has no idea.
Okay. Do you guys want to wander around and look at some shops before you, do anything else? There's a bunch of shops here that for anything you might be looking for.
So we got here around 2.
Well, we're
How
getting
much time took while we were
That
here?
didn't take too long. You came in, you sat down, you ordered almost immediately, went back. It's probably only been 15 minutes. So you're looking at maybe 2:30ish. So
I mean, our conversation was 45 minutes.
yeah.
So 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's probably closer to 3 if you want to sit down and have some food.
Yes.
Yeah, she would definitely sit down and have some food. Quick question, because I probably would know this. Is there any smaller temple to the siren down here, or is it basically
There's
hidden away?
Yeah, there's one that's hitting back in some tiny little garden near the wall, but it's a much smaller one.
Got you. Not an actual temple, but maybe a site or something.
Right. You can find also a small temple-ish site in the Crescent Fang Grove, but to Fenrir.
So we're sitting at the table here, we're eating and we're talking, right?
Yep.
Is that what
So
we're
yep,
doing? Okay.
everybody's brought out his nice boar stew that they had. Some pieces of bread to go with it.
Perfect.
And, everyone's got drinks.
Right. So I'm like, okay, we need money. We need to find out a place to stay, and we need to get some more information on potentially getting the crystal fixed. We may need to go there, but we need probably some money to get it fixed. How much money do we have all together here?
Seems like we're gonna need a
Lots.
lot of money to get the crystal fixed, and then even then, we might need the 2 people that are most familiar with it to get it fixed.
We can
no, actually-
from what Crumb said, we can try to get the crystal casing fixed, because there is a crystal casing around the Magicite. As she eats.
Yeah, we can get that fixed from this, the. Where I wrote it down. The place is called the
Wind Crystal's Blessing and Emerald's Folly.
Wind Crystal's. Where was it? I think it was in
Esmeralda's Folly.
Yes. Wind Crystal's Blessing. It's a shop in Esmeralda's Folly. Are any of you familiar with this place? Is it trustworthy?
I mean, I know.
Should we even
where
take
it
this
is.
there? I don't want to take it anywhere where people may.
I was already going to offer to just go there and get a quote, if you will.
If you pull this out.
No, I'm not
Everybody
going to
that's
take it
been-
with me.
Everybody that looks at this crystal, they all. It is a special crystal from whatever.
I
they
know,
say.
Smitty. That's why I wasn't going to take it with me.
Hard to get a quote if you don't see it.
I can describe it. I can let them give me a rough estimation.
I would like
can
to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say I can just get a feel for the place. You go on, Lacey.
Oh, I was thinking maybe of looking into these rumors of people that could be hiring bounties for either this sewer creature or perhaps the. I don't really like the sewers, but
Yeah,
so perhaps the caravans. Yes,
You would like undead more than sewers?
yes. Who likes the sewers? It smells like shit.
Who likes undead? They smell like death.
they smell like money to me.
I like the fact that they're caravans and we can walk not in the shit. This is a nice suit.
It is a nice suit.
I mean, the undead are in the dirt.
So dapper.
Which is still better than shit. Tempest, would you not? Would you? We walk on the dirt all the time. I make it a point
It's not
not to walk
just
through
dirt.
shit.
Blood,
Yes.
innards.
Sometimes, yes, but there's going to be blood and innards in either case. This one involves us walking on the dirt.
Listen,
Rather than waiting for
we're
the
gonna
shit.
need we're gonna need money. It doesn't matter how we're gonna have to get that. We're gonna need a lot of money, and we're probably gonna have to do at least attempt both of these things.
We may have to do a few of them. Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to look into the caravan. If you wish to look into the shit rat, understandable. We'll probably end up there at some point anyway.
Just so you know,
Tempest
We're
is
very
finishing.
quiet.
Tempest is finishing off her soup.
How is your beer?
Drinking it.
Zatalpa is drunk.
What's that?
How is
said,
Zatalpa doing?
How is your beer, Zaltalpa?
Oh. It is excellent.
Is there anything you wish to do?
Not here. I think I've had my fill.
Yes, the stew is good, but we had noodles earlier.
Those
true.
noodles were fantastic.
All right, and so let you know, I probably shouldn't be the one talking.
Okay.
What's
What's the plan here? You gotta go look around. Do you want to go talk to? I don't know how long you're planning on waiting before you go back to talk to Zidane.
I'm probably gonna go there late.
Okay.
Either late tonight or early morning, and then, if Tempest is gonna go to get a quote, then I'll probably head to try to ask around to see if any of the merchant caravans. I don't know how you would find them. I assume we're in the merchant.
Yeah, you're in
area.
the merchant area. There's probably some people that know.
To see if anybody knows about a bounty about something in the woods attacking the caravans and who would be paying said bounty or hiring guards, etc.
Is there like a guards place that has a bounty ward?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Who are you talking to, Tempest?
Could be either both of you two. You're both relatively familiar with the area.
I was gonna ask you something about the crystal. And
Oh, that's a save.
I think it's probably the same thing.
I think it's the same though. Yeah.
Okay. There is like a like guard posting where where the guards work at. There's like some cells there for just people who are like drunk and disorderly to be thrown in and whatnot. There is a board posting. It's not always like bounties up there. It could be just like, I've lost my
Notices
dog,
and
or
stuff,
like notices or things like that. But it is frequently. It's normally smaller things like that. But if there are like, there is like a bounty board. It's mostly for like wanted people.
Gotcha.
But there is some crossover between the two.
Also, if you
people
go
put other
inside and
jobs.
like talk to one of the head people, they're gonna and you ask specifically about like
Right.
bounty projects for like a mercenary type group, then
Correct. So yeah, you are familiar with where like the local law enforcement keeps like the town guard at, and you know they have some boards up there where they might have some information about things like that. Normally like not super high profile or very high paying, unless it's like you bringing in like a bounty or something like that, and even then, like the higher paying ones are like usually pretty dangerous. But so you could go there.
Would I know much about repairing crystals and stuff like that?
You're not very good at repairing crystals itself. You're a lot like you are proficient in like jewel crafting stuff, so you have like learned to use it, and you're really good at doing a lot of the basics of things, like grinding down crystals, working on them, putting them into things and whatnot. But like repairing crystals, you had just like started to learn how to do, and this would be like very advanced for something this big, because it's a larger crystal. The larger it is, the more challenging it is, and like obviously the more damage is done. But you've never you don't know if there's anything special that needs to be done, if it's because it's not your standard crystal. Like if it's a crystal that has like a piece of magicite inside of it, that's not something you've ever even really like heard of. You've heard of the magicite, but not really it being inside of a crystal like this before, so you don't know the connection and how it works really. So you're like, I don't really know. I kind of know some things about repairing crystals.
Okay.
I have no idea if this is special.
I just want to know if there's any benefits that I would think going to this place and asking the questions and stuff like that, because I may have, I understand more of that process. I could get a feeling.
It might be worth going and just talking to them if you're interested in like eventually learning how to do that stuff on your own, since you have the right mindset for it and you already have like the basics down.
Yeah, I know. I just not so good at talking to people, so I'm like, oh.
Yes. Well, the smart people are normally pretty bad at that. So, and you know, there's all that, and obviously, if the shopkeepers, they hear a lot too. So even if you just go out shopping, make small talk with people that are out there, maybe learn some stuff for free that they're willing to tell you if you're like looking at buying things. You know how it is. So you have some options for going out there and gathering information, talking to people.
That's what Unlicey's doing. He's going to go to the merchant stands and ask about the caravans and see if anybody's hiring to deal with the problem, or for guards to handle.
So there's
and then later in the evening, like when I'm done doing that, I'll swing back through the pawn shop.
Sweet. So there's a bunch of different shops to go at. There's the general goods. It's called the Phoenix Down. There's the wondrous items shop that has a lot of trinkets like that, called the Star Pendant. There was you passed by the X Potion, which was the alchemy shop earlier. There is a place that kind of like makes shoes and stuff like that, called Miracle Shoes. Okay. There's Zantetsuken, which you passed by, which is the blacksmith. Asking around, you find out while you're asking people the name of the other blacksmith that shut down. It's called Forge and Fabricate, and the owner was called Dane Steelhand. So you get that little bit of information, but everyone's like, I don't really know what happened with him. Then there's the green beret for clothing that you might need, the wind crystal's blessing for crystal refinement and enchanting, and then you also find out that there's a special shop for socketing materia into sockets. That place is called Materia Girl.
LOL.
The owner is named Madonna.
That's so good. No, please.
She's a halfling.
Good.
So those are the big shops in this area. There are some other places you could go if you wanted to. If you wanted to go out of the merchant area too, if you want to go talk, ask at the Crescent Fang Grove, or if you wanted to go to some of the restaurants like in the slums. There's like a seedy place called the Cellar you could go to. In Mist Crest, there's a little bar restaurant thing there called Grillers in the Mist.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So you got some options for going around if you want to. So you can go around and gather as much information you would like. But if you're looking for also some specific type of shopping or anything like that, I can give you some options of what all these different stores have different items that might be interesting.
Yeah, I would have to go with probably Tempest or Unlace because they know the town. I don't know it, so
Yeah.
because Talbot doesn't know it either. So if he wants to do anything, you gotta follow.
Yeah, I would probably just follow.
Cool.
Follow Smitty this time.
No, don't follow me. I don't know where I'm going.
I'd probably still just follow Smitty this time.
Okay.
Unlace is going to, he's going to go, but he's going to say he's going to go by himself because he is going to. I will be traveling alone for a bit because I will be stopping back at the pawn shop.
Sounds great.
And my friend Zidane wants to speak to me alone.
So the rest of them, the other ones, will be going with Tempest as she goes around places.
They seem to have a lot to talk about.
I still like Smitty and Zaltapa just wandering around together.
Get lost.
I'm sure we can find our way around this city.
Cool. Any specific shop you guys want to go to?
Could you repeat Dane's steel hands? It was forge and what?
Forge and fabricate.
Thank you.
I was gonna head to the Wind Crystal's Blessing.
Sure.
Materia one.
Materia Girl?
I'll probably go to X Potion first before I...
Okay. X Potions, your alchemy shop. They have, like, basically as many basic healing potions as you would like. They have some special potions, too. They basically have, like, if you wanted any type of potion of, like, elemental resistance, they got some of those, too. They have, like, they have a potion of growth. They have a potion of lightning breath. For any like alchemy little things like that you could be looking for.
Okay.
Some high potions as well, which are essentially like greater healing potions. But if you walk in to talk, you open up. These are the things you see as they're sitting around. They're very meticulously labeled, so lots of organization. Everything looks super clean. But when you walk in, there is a human male behind the counter. He looks at you very interestingly, like, like not common. You haven't seen a single other Yanti around here, so it stands out a little bit. He's like, how can I help you, sir?
Oh, my name is Unlace. Just browsing your wares, and I heard some information about some caravans being attacked that travel between here and Mistburg. And
Yes.
didn't know if one of your caravans was one of the ones being, with handling your goods, is one of the ones that's being attacked.
Luckily, I've not. It seems like it's not something that happens to every caravan that goes through. And I've been lucky enough to evade that currently, but I think it's because most of my caravans run earlier in the day. It seems like the ones that happen in the evening have been getting hit lately. So that business has been drying up, and everybody's been trying to rush through in the early morning. But
do you know whose caravans run later in the evening?
yeah, if you're looking
unless he's got like a silver piece dancing between his fingers.
Yeah, he's like, I know the blacksmith does later at night, or he was. I don't know if he's changed it up recently. So if you want,
Zentazuken?
Yeah, Zentetsuken. Not Forge and Fabricate. They're not in business right now for whatever reason. But they do it. I know. I'm pretty sure the Star Pendant does too. And I don't know if the other people do it in other districts. I'm only really familiar with Esmeralda's Folly. I know at least they do too. Those two.
What is the Star Pendant?
Oh, it's they sell like a lot of like really small like trinkets or like magic items, maybe like necklaces or any little thing that you might wear that's not like, if you're not looking for like magical armor or weapons or something like that, or clothing. They maybe like bracelets or something like that. Yeah, they sell little trinkets like that normally. They do a lot of trading, and I think they run later in the day when they're doing their caravans.
Most excellent. And I put another silver piece into my fingers, so I've got 3 dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any specials of your potions? Yes.
Well, everything has pretty standard price, but normally if people are buying like, decent amount, we can give like a bundle deal together. What are you looking for?
Mostly just healing potions and such. I do nothing specific.
Okay, yeah, we have plenty of we keep the basic healing potions in stock pretty well. So, they are if you're looking for them, they are 50 gold each.
I see. Well, I think I'll wait on buying potions, but I will, and I put the 3 silver pieces on the counter. That's for the information. And
Very, very good. You're more than welcome to come back.
excellent.
Where does everybody else want to go?
Wind Crystal's blessing.
Wind Crystal's blessing. Okay. You walk in and you see it's like a elven woman there with like long blonde hair, and she's in there like you see her like grinding up what looks like a crystal while you're walking in there into like crystal dust. Oi, can I help you guys?
I need some information on as I like walk up and at this no, I'll have my staff out. I was gonna say I was gonna fold my staff up, but and using it kind of like a walking staff type thing. I have an airship crystal that needs to be repaired.
Okay.
And it's about like I would accurately describe like how large it is, and then about how large the crack is. It's an extensive damage.
Oh, that sounds pretty gnarly. What happened? What'd you do? Crystals they're pretty durable for such a big one to break like that.
Fire.
Okay.
I mean, well, some of the energy was left, and then it had to be depleted.
Okay.
And then once it was depleted, the crack got worse.
Yeah, when there's no energy left, it does become more vulnerable. So I suppose I can see a
And
situation where that would have happened.
granted, she sits there and thinks a moment. Do you have experience with magicite crystals?
Ooh, we don't really do magicite too much. We make a lot of materia here.
Right.
We might enchant some things using crystal dust or whatever. But like magicite's not very common.
It isn't.
It's a little out of my expertise.
From what I am understanding, and forgive me in anything else more technical than this, but from what I understand, our magicite is encased in a normal crystal. And I was wondering
That's weird.
Whether it be protection or whatever, of a crystal that size and the damage extensive as it is, can you give me a range?
To be honest with you, I've never worked with magicite before, so
okay.
Repairing a crystal would be fine, but with magicite in there, that makes things a little more complicated.
Right. I was trying to at least cover the bases of what we possibly can do right now to help it heal. I was figuring maybe fixing the physical damage and then trying to.
I would have to see the crystal, but like the kind of damage you're describing for a crystal that big, that would still be about 5,000 gold to fix that. Oof. And I would need to see if I can even do it. I'll have to do some reading of some of my books to see if there's anything in there about the special procedures might be needed for doing it with magicite inside.
Well, I appreciate it. And she kind of looks around, like looks like she's looking around. Like she like turns her head a little bit. She's keeping her hood up, so it mostly like shadows the top portion of her face. She actually lets a little bit of a gust out. So like at this proximity, the lady might feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and she's like,
She
and
feels
like,
it, and you see her kind of like look over towards the front door, like, is it open? Like, huh?
right,
Turns to look back.
yeah, and basically just getting a feel of her. It's basically just a bunch of materia type stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah. She like grinds up crystals here and makes crystal dust, do enchanting of items, or she will enchant like actual crystals into materia. She will craft
okay.
materia here, so then people can take these and take them to get socketed into items that already have sockets in them for materia pieces and whatnot.
Gotcha.
She doesn't really sell like magic items here, but she does have a variety of crystals out on display that you could use if you were looking to socket into things.
I guess I have a general question.
Yeah, what's up?
Since you work with materia and gems, what's your experience with working with raw crystal into, like, she's thinking of like the big one that they found and that fell from the sky. She was just like, I don't know what goes into or how much it would cost to like create materia out of something like that, or break it into pieces to be used, or and then enchant it into materia or whatever.
Well, it depends. Like working the actual crystal is not like the challenging part.
All right.
It's infusing it with it. So it really depends on like what kind
I'm
of
guessing what you personally do. Do you do both working the material as well as enchanting?
We do. We work the material and create the crystals, and then we also enchant the crystals here. So like the actual creating of the materia is not really the most challenging part. It might run you like 25 gold depending on what we're doing with it. The enchanting is the part that takes more effort here, and that depends on what enchantment you're looking for.
I guess I'm not knowledgeable enough to really ask much more. It's just something that our group came into having, and if you see a dwarf come by with Magitech armor, he's part of my group. He might come by because this is a shop that he would come to.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, we can talk, but mostly if you just have what kind of magical effects you're kind of looking for, we can...
I'm guessing it's limited based on the base material?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what crystal you have, sometimes you might need like a base like, you know, yellow, red, blue, you know, for specific types of enchantments.
I think it was blue, right? Well, it was red because it fucking came out of the sky.
It was red, and then it was blue.
And
I have no idea who has that right now.
I thought you did.
Zatalpa has it right now.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's blue. Like, after thinking about it,
currently
it was probably red because it came out of the fucking atmosphere and it was hot.
Wow. If Zatalpa shared what it does, it's actually a crystal that it's a magic item and it changes color based on what it lets him shift the damage types of his spells. So it's actually a crystal that changes colors.
I think I would have shared that.
Oh, would you have?
If anybody asked him,
wouldn't have kept it secret.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
So, but yeah, if you wanted to, you could still break it down and try and do something with it because it is still a crystal, a special crystal, but a crystal still.
Right. I was gonna say, I guess if she would have known that information, she would have ended with, have you ever heard of a crystal that changes types?
Changes base types?
Correct.
No. There's some enchantments that you can do that make it appear as if it changes. The crystals normally only take very specific enchantments to it, depending on the types, but you could like make a crystal temporarily change colors, depending on what enchantments are in it, if they're flexible enough. But it's not cheap for something like that normally. It's not that it costs like a lot to do it, but it's really complex. So people will normally charge for the complexity because it's rare to be able to do something like that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
Obviously, I don't need anything. She kind of gestures around like that, and obviously I'm not dressed in armor. I'm not dressed in anything like that. So, but
sure.
Good day to you.
If you change your mind or you need some special enchantments made, This is the place to do it in the Horizon. So you're welcome back.
Good to know. No. You're gonna continue walking out.
All right. You have a great night. Zatalpa and Smitty, where are you wandering off to?
We're not sure.
If anywheres, I would have tried to go to the blacksmith.
Sure. Zatalpa can probably help you with that because he passed by it along
I
the
did
way.
pass right by.
Yep.
A marvelous smelling blacksmith.
Yeah. Sure. Yep. You guys walk. You walk into the blacksmith. It's smells like a blacksmith, but really nice. Like, it doesn't smell like gross. It's like well maintained and everything. Pretty warm inside. You can see like a pretty like burly looking dude, pretty hairy, like in the center, pounding away at like the central anvil, working on something. Doesn't even notice you walk in.
So I'm just looking around, seeing what they have for wares in this place, and do they have anything that's already made? I just want to look at the quality of the item.
They do. So if you're looking around, there is. He has a lot of items. He has some items around that are actually socketed with materia too. So he's got a couple of different shields hanging up that have different materia socketed into it. He's got a pair of like gauntlets that have a red materia socketed in it. He's got some weaponry sitting around that looks pretty unique how it was made. So there's some like battle axes and war hammers and long swords and things hanging up along the way as well. He's got some suits of armor sitting up there. Most of the armor looks pretty regular, but he has some just like, he's got like some, breastplates and half plates sitting up that already have sockets in them. So it looks like this is the guy that makes a lot of socketed items if you're looking to get materia and then put it together. But everything's looking pretty nice. The weaponry looks really like unique. It doesn't look like the armor. It might be made out of like a different type of metal.
Interesting. I like, so as I'm moving towards where he's working, and I'm just kind of watching him smith. I'm gonna wait until to see if he notices me. I'm just watching his technique.
He's got his goggles down, so like as soon as he's like, whew, he stops doing it, and he takes his goggles up, and as soon as he takes his goggles up, his head snaps over and looks at you. He's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you guys over there. It's really, when I have these on, my peripheral vision's shot.
Understandable. I'm also a smith. I understand the once you're absorbed into your work, it's a passion type of business. I understand that very much.
Yeah. What can I get you guys? You looking for something specific, or are you here to commission something? What can I do for you?
I'm just me and my friend are new in town, and we were just looking at a couple of shops in the area, and I do enjoy smithing, and I put back I do some tinkering and some smithing for my suit over here, and other things I do.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of Magitech walking around here, but especially not like that. They're normally pretty big. It's a nice one.
Yes, this is me and my master. We worked on this guy. Yeah. Anyway, I was just admiring your work. Looks really good. Did I notice as he was working? Did I notice that he was doing things in a way that I could help him with his technique or not?
He looks like he's pretty good at smithing. In fact, he could give you some tips. Not because he was doing things in a very specific way, but you see he's working with like a metal that you think is orichalcum, but you're not sure, and you've never worked with orichalcum before.
I've never worked with a metal like this. Is this potentially orichalcum?
It's a good eye. It's a good eye. Yeah, this is orichalcum.
I've never had a chance to do. How does that?
It's very dense and heavy compared to most stuff. So it can't just be somebody of average strength. You have to be like really rough with it. Like about as rough as I was with my third wife.
I laughed too. Like. Amazing. I just like I said, it's new in town. Just looking around, and just display Smith shops. I get attracted to them, and I will go in just see what's in there. And
Oh yeah.
very good. Yeah. Honestly, is it my? Do you have anything here you want? Anything that tickles your fancy?
You asking Zatalpa?
Zatalpa.
Is there anything like small?
He's got like some small things that he's got. You know, you can get some like he's got some like metal bracers. He's got there some like gorgets or like some helmets, like some light chainmail
Or helmets.
But
I was thinking like small little like ring blades or like ring and finger claw things.
He has some gauntlets that are there, and if he doesn't have any like clawed gauntlets, but if you ask, he could probably make gauntlets that have more like, you know, pointed ends for like to made as a weapon if you're looking for something like that.
Not really specifically.
Yeah, so he's got some stuff up. You see, he does have like a gauntlet. He does have a set of gauntlets that are set up. Most of them are part of like sets of armor, but he does have a set of gauntlets that are sitting up that have red materia socketed in them.
This is a nice piece.
Oh yeah. The those ones. That is the which one is that? That is the materia of might in there. They put those on, makes you really strong. Essentially, they're like gauntlets of ogre power, but they were crafted with the might materia.
Those would help you in smithing if you should put them on. And
I used to use something like that before, but once you do it long enough, it becomes pretty natural. And I don't like holding the gauntlet, so it makes me all sweaty when I'm pounding away. Just like my second wife, she was hot as hell and could just burn you, but always ready for a pounding.
So I laugh at that too. What is he? Is he like a dwarf, or is he like?
No, he's like a human, but he's like really hairy. So you looking at him, he might be like there's a bunch of shifters that are in this area too. So he looks like he might be some kind of a shifter.
Okay. All right. No, I just like I said, I just was looking around town and new here. Just this is great. Maybe I may come and commission something.
Oh yeah. Especially like I see, especially that nice armor over there. So what kind of weapons that using? Because I bet you it would really look nice with one of my orichalcum weapons, huh?
Unfortunately, I only have a warhammer and a club right now. But and I pull out this. Whatever, there's like a compartment I can open it up, and I pull the javelin, and I'm like, I have this. I'm going to make something special, make this thing go.
Oh.
And I try to make it so that a little bit of lightning crackles across it.
Oh, that's nice. Where'd you get that?
We had unfortunately on the way here we got well, it's unfortunate for them, a couple of harpies.
Those bastards. Nobody likes a harpy.
You know, well, they lost some nice things.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's not.
So I'm gonna try to outfit it on my suit here.
Looks like it's enchanted here too. There's no even material. Ooh, that's very nice.
Well, maybe I might think of what kind of material would you, if I could put something to this right now. It does shoot out lightning a bit, and is there anything that you could recommend that I potentially?
Well, it's very challenging to add material to something that's already been enchanted. Normally it's one or the other, but it's really nice.
I haven't worked very much with materia, so this is more of a new thing for me. I'm literally mix the armors and something, and then get enchanted, and that would be about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
See, normally when you enchant something, it's with like you doing like the creation process with like some crystal dust and some magic and some hoodoo or whatever they do for it. But I normally just do the sockets and my things, and we can put the materia in afterwards. I don't really do the enchanting very much, but I'm really good at making the socketed gear and getting them all really nice. Like all these things up here. He starts pointing at things like my shields. Got a few things we can do there, and my orichalcum weapons. They're just magical as they are. They don't need anything. It's just the metal is so nice.
How much do orichalcum weapons go for?
Well, it depends on the one that you're looking for, but for example, like he looks over. He's like, you got a Warhammer? So if you were looking to get like a new Warhammer for say instead, well, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh dear lord. What is I think this is so bad. Persuasion -2. Perfect.
He's like, well, that's probably I could probably let it go for if you want to trade in your old one over there. I could probably let it go for like 300 gold.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, no, it's a fair price. I'm just I'm unfamiliar with the pricing for Golcom. Ah, interesting. Okay. Is there an Ori Golcom Warhammer that's there that I can see?
Yep, he's got one hanging off on the wall there.
I'm like, may I? Like, I kind of point to think like I want to take it
Oh
off.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, so like it's probably gonna feel a little unwieldy to you. But is that your Magitech over there?
It is, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I would recommend maybe jump inside that boy and pick it up and see how it feels if that's what's normally used in the weapons. It's pretty heavy.
So
They're very heavy and dense. They require normally a little bit more strength to use properly, but it's worth it for the extra damage they can cause.
So I hop up onto the mech and it responds to me and I walk over and I pick up the thing. I want to cast Identify on it. Is that what will he know
Sure.
I'm doing that? I feel like weird if he knows me doing that.
You can so he'll notice, but you're like in your suit, so you could like be like swinging around and kind of like turn around backwards, and he won't be able to see you inside the cockpit. And you could probably do like a quick cast that way.
Okay, that's what I would like to do. Turn a bit and I'm kind of pretending as I'm swinging it and like cast Identify. I get my free Identify spell. He's gonna identify that item and see if there's anything special about this Ori Golcom weapon.
Sure, let me send you the stats.
Just curious if Ori Golcom stuff means like, oh, it hits for like a billion damage, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. 300 gold.
I sent you a screenshot.
I like screenshots. I like them. Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, if you don't meet the strength requirement, it's just at disadvantage. But
It's advantage. Yeah, okay. It's my mech suit is good. Okay, no, it's good. It just was required. I just wanted to actually know how it was going. Okay. Oh, this thing swings very well. The top. What do you think? What do you think? And as I'm swinging it, like it looks like two hands, just like swinging it. How does it look? I think he fell asleep.
he might have.
Sorry guys, it's getting late.
No problem.
Yep. If you gotta go, you can. We're just doing a little shopping here before we wrap up.
I just swung the Warhammer, and I'm like, how does it look? How do I look at a two-handed swing?
It's a mighty weapon for your size.
Oof.
I stop him like, yeah, well, if we all could cast the magical things like you can do, we would be doing that. And then I put it up on the wall. Anyway, what is your name?
James.
James. My name is Smitty. And I get out of my mech suit and I kind of shake his hand. I'm like, nice to meet you. I may be, before I leave town, maybe come back here and potentially purchase an item.
Please do. Yes, those have been flying off the walls recently since poor Dane. I don't know what really happened with him, but since he had stepped away or whatever, has been putting me to work. Let me tell you, like
I've
no
heard
days off lately. It's very tiring.
I've heard some rumors about this. Apparently, this smithy. To me, that sounds ridiculous. Like, would Smith would retire before they're working? Like, I would go right to my grave. And I don't know.
Yeah, if you for a Smith, normally you have to have the passion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go until my arms fall off, probably.
As all Smiths should. It's just how it is.
Yeah, haven't really heard what happened to him. Just one day he was there and taking orders, and then he was gone. He ran away with the money too. People had custom orders with him, and he was just gone one day.
That is unhonorable.
Said he had an early retirement or whatever. I haven't really seen him around. I don't know where he lives. Unable to check in on him, so I don't know.
Okay, no, I heard the same people talking about it at the bars and stuff. Okay, the
Yeah,
pubs.
I don't.
Alright,
So, putting me to work. I'm not complaining
actually-
about the money, but I would like to have a day off sometimes. So.
Actually, I'm here with a couple of companions. Is there any work around town that you think that could be for people like us? We're more, I'm a smith by trade, but and do tinkering, but we can do odd jobs here and there. Do you know of anything? Potentially, you
I
have
mean,
something for the shop.
Nothing. I mean, I do all the smithing by hand here, but I don't really have any assistants or anything like that. But have you checked like the board with the guard? There might be some things there. I don't.
Oh,
I've.
where would this be located? I'm new to town. I don't know. Where...
It's like it's out it's right outside of the right out. So I guess it's kind of in between the Esmeralda's Folly and what's the name? It's like right in between Esmeralda's Folly and like the Southwind Award. It's like in between there. It's nice. Yeah, you can't miss it. It's all the official looking people are standing around there. But yeah, I haven't really been since Dane disappeared. I've not really had a lot of time to check out what's been going on in the city. I've just been very busy.
Oh, hey, look, it's always great to be busy. That's definitely a blessing. Anyway, sir, thank you very much, James. Maybe potentially we will be my name is Smitty.
Ah, yes, nice to meet you, Smitty. Hopefully you come back, because
Yes.
that I'll try to make sure I keep. You like the Warhammers? I'll try to make sure I have one hanging around for a little bit here. If that one gets sold, I'll get another one made.
Perfect. All right. Have a great evening, and I just head on out. Soup farmer's following me, and Zetalpa, I'm assuming, is going to follow me out.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay. As Onlese is getting ready to go back and talk to his contact, I think it's getting pretty late, so we can call it there for now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Do some shopping.
Yeah, lots.
If there's anything else you guys want to know, there's a lot of shops around here. I can just give you a rundown of what the cool things that I have there.
Maybe it might be good
That'd be cool.
if you had a list and just like send us a list of things.
Yeah,
so that we could use as, like,
each shop kind of has like a few key things there, but yeah, I can give you a list of what some things are. Probably not gonna know what most of them
not
are.
for the items. I say not for the items, more like it's a list of shops roughly where they are, or
Sure.
like the
Oh,
district.
what's the
and then we
items?
kinda know. Well, I'd say we'd have to go in and ask.
Yeah, if I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah. So if you guys, yeah, we totally do. If you guys want to just blow past it, that's fine too. But yeah, we can just role play it all out next time if you'd rather.
Yeah,
I'll
I tried
give you a
writing
list
some of
the
them
place.
down, and you were just going through them like I can't write these down too fast. They go so
Yeah,
fast. It's like, okay, sounds good.
Sounds
Well,
great.
thanks for the game.
GG's.
Fun games.
Good evening.
Later.
Bye.
See